Yeah.
Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh, yeah, that would make for a great drop. What LG just said right before we went on live. Light the beam. Light the beam. We are back in the room all together once again for another Monday night editions of whatever we are calling this program. I suppose we're calling it the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma, and I am your host, as always, Sam Freeze, broadcasting once again live on the north side of San Antonio, where we now find ourselves. We are under 20 days.
Oh, it's so close.
Until the NFL opening night. 17 days to be exact until Cowboys travel to Philly to get their teeth absolutely kicked in and really set the tone for how this season is probably going to end up going.
I don't know how many people I did like, oh, they're playing in mid-season form. I was like, this weekend.
The jokes write themselves, Cap.
Yeah.
The jokes write themselves. Of course, that voice you do hear cracking jokes at the Cowboys' expense is the Cap himself, back with me in the room across the table, as well as the drops you hear courtesy of our producer extraordinaire, LG, in the other room. This day is so important that I don't want to go too much further before I drop the bomb on you exactly
buddy.
What national day it is today, because this is a big one.
This is a big one?
This is a big one.
My anticipation is actually turned up a notch.
You should probably judge by my satirical history, and the shit-eating smile that I'm trying to hold back as much as possible.
The disappointment will loom forever.
I would say, dare I say, this is one of the bigger national days for our city.
Man, I'm full tilt, 6 to 12.
Can I interest you in National Fajita Day?
Fat? Oh, God. How is that fat? You're eating, it's not fried. It's not.
It's keto. Well, I guess
I mean, if you put it in a tortilla,
the tortillas are killing you.
Fajita taco.
I don't know. Some of these Maha influencers are eating all kinds of different things that they call tortillas nowadays.
Oh, buddy.
I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, man.
In the long run, there's no way some of this crap can't be as
you just got to go with homemade corn.
As bad for you. Yeah, just
homemade corn. It's
okay,
it's not the little ones. It's like where they actually make it themselves.
Corn or flour?
Corn. Homemade
Always.
corn.
Homemade corn.
Yeah, well,
it's a very different.
We all like the flour. The flour doesn't like us, especially us biggins.
Yeah, I would still argue I'm much more.
As Lawrence would put us fats.
That's correct.
Wow, it's a big one.
I like the. I'm a fan.
Oh, he's fat.
I'm a fan
really
of the
fat.
small corn. I don't mind the little taquito size.
Yeah, but those like pre-made. I like stuff that's like,
Well, yeah,
fresh.
always fresh.
Fresh.
But I would take a pre-made small corn one over even a flour one. I don't like flour that much.
He's a downtown street taco type of guy.
Yeah, that's pretty definitely. I prefer it. It's my tacos. The protein has to come from a spit, and a pineapple needs to be involved.
Oh,
those are my.
They carve it off.
A little al pastor. That is the absolute favorite. No, the obviously joking about the fajita, but it actually has some sort of a beyond the obvious local connection. Technically, the first documented history we have of a fajita being sold, like not because fajitas, vaqueros,
isn't it just like flank steak?
Yeah, it's skirt steak over an open grill. Yeah, it's it was used, the vaqueros in South Texas, West Texas, they would slaughter the weakest calf on the cattle drive, break it down, and they would get the skirt steak. So fajitas were around, but they were never commercialized until, what was the date? I had it, 1969. A dude out of Austin, Sonny Falcone. He was a meat market.
69, dude.
I don't think. I think we're
Falcone.
Yeah, but I think
you watched the Batman movies?
Yeah, it's not Falcone with an E though. I think it's Falcone as in like Colombian.
Falcone.
Yeah, exactly. It was a September 16th celebration, as we all know, Mexican Independence Day.
Sure,
right?
Sure, buddy.
Pretty sure on that.
Hey, if I didn't fall asleep, I fell asleep through American history. You think I stood awake?
Yeah, you probably
stayed
did.
awake for Mexican history.
Probably
No, I'm
not.
good.
Probably not. Yeah, the War of Mexican Independence celebration. It was in Kyle, Texas. So this dude brought some of his skirt steak over from his Austin meat market, started selling it to people in 1969 in Kyle, Texas.
And chopped it into strips, going grain against the grain, so you get a better bite.
And then
Always against the grain.
white people in Houston took that and formed Tex-Mex empires that have built many houses in Rice Village ever since then.
I mean, every time I see like a new Tex-Mex like restaurant go up, I'm like, what's this going to be his gimmick? What's this going to be his stick? You know, as Cartman would say, that's my stick.
As
Stealing
someone
my stick.
who grew up in a North Texas small town that was not predominantly
Chili's.
any other race except white, like
Chili's was banging.
so there was one family, the Robles family in Glen Rose, owned the Mexican food restaurant, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
A couple other families tried to open their own. Not so much.
Not so
and
much.
breakfast tacos up there, it's a burrito the size of the whole plate. It's there were so many things that I had to redefine in my head when I moved here almost 20 years ago now.
That's like the North Side legend, Tejas Cafe. Those are the burritos, but those are tacos. Yeah, Lawrence, you know about them.
Tejas Cafe sounds exactly like the average white guy who's at the Mexican restaurant. And he's like, "Oh, gracias."
Oh,
You know, or
they get so busy. Those ladies can be mean as hell sometimes.
Oh, as they
know,
should.
And I'm like, I like it even better.
yeah, my old man at times in our life have definitely been like, even when we traveled, like when we went to Europe one time, he was like, we're in France. He's never taken a lick of French in his life. He knows
Valley Blue
exactly. Exactly. And it was like, Dad, you really don't have to try it. In fact, I think it's making them hate us even more. Like actively get upset.
I'm like, saved your ass in WW2.
Yeah, I'm sure that flies over real well.
Bonjour.
The amount of average Frenchie who gives a rat's ass about anything that happened a week ago, it feels like they move on pretty quickly. Randomly mentioning National Fajita Day, all jokes aside, we've mentioned it a couple times on past shows over the last month and a half, 2 months. My buddy Aaron Pena, today was officially his last day of chemotherapy.
Hey,
So-
F cancer.
Absolutely. F it, no lube. Come Friday, so to speak, he will, could have phrased that better. Friday, he will find out if it absolutely obliterated everything inside there. But something else he does and has been doing for the last couple years, we're now on to the 3rd annual Fajita Lounge Showdown. That's so if you missed the Fajita Lounge, it started as just him and a couple other dudes that just wanted to grill at their bar.
Yeah.
So he
And
started
just like, let me make a little competition out of it.
exactly.
You know?
So he started on Sunday afternoons doing Fajita Lounge. It was free fajitas as they in fact, he was doing it at Squeezebox before the city's poor management of the construction on the Strip led to him selling Squeezebox. But it started down there, and then it moved. It's been at Tony's in Tony Siesta there in the neighborhood. But now with him owning Gimme Gimme right there in Southtown, they're going to have the 3rd annual Fajita Lounge August 31st down there. 10 local chefs competing.
Labor
and
Day
a
Sunday.
bounty of tacos.
Hey,
Yeah.
free tacos. Is there like a cover to get in, or
No. As always, the cover to get in is come enjoy some of the
very-
bar's
very
refreshments.
generous
and-
of them, man?
Yeah, well,
I might have to go down there and eat me some fajitas.
As you should. They, it literally started as just that. Just come hang out, build community, come meet new people, come come see my bar. Come
Yeah,
see my
come drink my alcohol that I really make my money at.
Minor detail. But the overarching concept was all about building community. So
Yes.
with that being said, hopefully come August 31st, we are celebrating not just the gloriousness of fajitas, but also some good cancer news as far as Aaron is concerned. I saw he put out a tweet yesterday talking about how he's like, y'all all did me dirty. No one shaved their head to, to go through it with me. And then I just thought about the last time, the last time I had my head shaved, I was a senior in high school.
Oh, wow.
There was a really good kid that would end up being all-state freshman that made varsity on the basketball team. He talked so much noise constantly, would never shut up. And then finally one day after practice, he had long hair like I did. And I told him, I was like, one-on-one, winner gets to shave the other person's hair. And I thought in my grand plan, this would be a great way for a senior to teach a freshman to maybe shut up a little bit and not be so
cocky.
No, he demolished me. And literally, like, I'm just sitting there. And of course, everyone was enjoying. I think everyone enjoyed the fact that this cocky senior lost to the freshman. And then everyone was enjoying.
You're like, see, it worked. It brought everybody together.
It did. It was a team building exercise.
It was all part of plan.
Yeah, it didn't quite go as I initially intended.
Well,
but
that's what I'm saying. We're looking for 500 subscribers, and he's going to shave his head again. So
you heard it here first
right
from
here.
the cap, not from me. Speaking of the subscribers, I saw we're up to almost 470 now, and that would be a good time to get LG involved in the program here. LG, tell the good people how they can subscribe and help support the show before we get any further.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there on your cellular device or your Palm Pilot or iPad or whatever you got there, your BlackBerry.
Your BlackBerry, yeah.
Who's this guy?
Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you're on Twitter or X, hit that repost, hit the heart, whatever, Facebook, like, all the above. Follow on Twitch. I believe we're at 466 on subscribers on YouTube, so we're inching
Getting
closer
up there. And
to 500.
And I gotta, while LG's up here on the screen with me, tell us what you learned this weekend there, LG.
What did I learn?
You came over and we had a stimulating conversation.
I didn't learn anything.
You learned something. You
I
learned
didn't learn
this
anything.
man.
I'm not sure I want to know what he
This man
learned.
did not know what poppers were. Because he told me
Why
to go
would
do
I
a
know
popper.
what poppers were?
He was like,
just
he's like, go do a popper. And I'm like,
I just ate an order of 3 of them at Chicken E.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Jalapeno, cheddar cheese. I much prefer the cheddar cheese than the cream cheese. Cream cheese, terrible. Unless it's bacon wrapped.
do you know what poppers are?
I just described 3 different forms of them.
Oh
Yes.
my God, dude. And you're talking about cream cheese. I hope everybody's getting a laugh out of
That's
this.
what the
or
kids
like,
call it these days.
in the homosexual community, mainly men, the poppers, you pop and you sniff it. And it relaxes all your muscles.
Oh, it's like
you get it? It
like
relaxes
smelling salts.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were.
your muscles.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're smelling salts.
No, smelling salt does not make your loose. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can't you just pop half a bar to get that same?
But
Well, I didn't know that's what they were for.
my
I
God,
mean,
y'all live
can
in
you
a
blame me?
sheltered- sheltered-
I guess I do. Apparently.
sheltered life, man.
Or the follow-up, where are you getting in-depth analysis of the effects of poppers?
I thought
think
that was
that's-
common knowledge.
It's not. I don't think it's
I
common.
mean-
Maybe in your circle. Yeah.
I do have some gay friends, so it's like
Okay,
every
all right,
once in a
we
while, I'm
need
like,
that
I'm
drop.
like, go do a popper.
We need that drop, LG. I do have gay friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
my father's
man,
gay.
it's common knowledge what
Well,
poppers are.
Okay.
Again,
Sorry.
I think if you were to
And you ate some cream cheese popper.
if we were to, well, so to speak, if we were to survey our 466 subscribers, I guarantee you more people would fire back with, jalapeno cheese poppers. Duh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or those things you throw at the ground and they pop.
Oh, yeah, those were fun. Those little, little gunpowder things.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Poppers.
Poppers.
Yeah,
I know.
poppers.
That's what we're telling you. Those are poppers.
You guys are killing me, dude. You guys are killing me. Like, come on,
don't
man.
see- I don't
How
see
would
what's-
you, like, everybody knows this is not a secret.
No, this is not an everybody knows thing.
I would like the record to show I also have gay friends.
And you don't know what a popper is.
When I hear poppers, I immediately think
Think
of
of
jalapeno
jalapeno
cheese
cheese
and
poppers.
cheese. Yeah, that is still the absolute first
Give me that
thing.
fat drop again there, LG.
Yeah, that might be. God, I'm telling y'all now. Just be prepared because I ate okra poppers,
Yeah.
tenders with a bunch of spicy serendipity. Yeah, it's so I'm bearing the lead. We'll get to why I'm able to
Thank you,
eat
LG.
so terribly. Also, as LG was saying, we big threshold we're trying to get to next is 500 as we continue to climb towards 1,000. YouTube always absolutely free. Nothing out of pocket besides time and effort to give us a subscription there. We do appreciate it. And
Only your
then
generosity.
also we had Wes first make the inaugural purchase from our wedding registry, our
Yeah.
Amazon wish list. Shout out Wes again. If you are in the position, can help, want to help, you can find that. I think LG tags it in the description after each episode. You could also just go back to the most recent episode before tonight and probably find it there if you wanted to do that right meow. I do
definitely,
appreciate
most
that.
definitely.
The other thing, before we jump into the run sheet tonight, need to promote the Fantasy Football League.
So we got 6 players that are joined, ready to go. We got 6 more slots. Would love to get to 12. So you can contact me at thecapitan210@gmail.com. That's TheCapitan 210.com @gmail.com. Or you can hit me in my DMs at the Captain's Chair 210, or you can contact the Puma. Hit him with your stuff.
Anywhere. X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. If you send it to me, I can. I'll pass it along to Cap because Cap is taking it upon himself.
Oh, he popped me!
Oh, we got poppers.
He's popping.
We got poppers.
Of course, the Asian has fireworks.
Okay. Hey, I like it. I like it.
Is that? I remember the video that was from.
Okay, the fact that LG actually did have some of
He
those
has
is
a
pretty
fun.
amazing.
Is your butthole looser?
I ate poppers.
Is your butthole a little looser?
LG threw poppers, and you took some poppers before
No,
the show.
I've never taken
So
pop-
we're all popping. We're just 3 bros popping.
Oh,
We're just 3 bros popping together.
Just K-popping.
just
K-popping all around.
Nothing but
Be on the lookout for that that poll later today on my IG, the Captain's Chair 210.
Yes.
Of if you know what a popper is, and the slang term, I guess. How do I phrase that?
No, I think the question is just that. What do you think of when you hear the word poppers?
Okay.
Jalapeno cheese, gay sex, or fireworks? I think those are the
Loose
3.
butthole
Yeah, those are the
or
3
fireworks.
options. Yeah. I can't believe LG actually had some of those. I don't even know where the hell I was. Oh yeah, fantasy football. Definitely, if you reach out to me, I'll pass it along to Cap because he is taking it upon himself to organize all this for us. And we will be doing the draft Tuesday night live, September 2nd.
This is special. That's all we're gonna be doing that time. So it's gonna be a lot of S talking, a lot of like the expletives maybe flying on that episode. So
Yeah, a lot of Asian firework jokes.
Oh my god!
I would assume.
I mean, it got real. I got my first draft under the belt. A Dynasty League, super flex, bunch of points because the commissioner just thinks more points is the most exciting thing ever.
Yeah, there's a breaking point there.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, there's
Just
a bonus.
ask
There's
the
a bonus
NBA.
for everything.
Ask the NBA. No one wants to see 1980s 145 to 140. in 4-quarter regulation, no overtime.
Oh, man.
Final scores. Yeah, we've got some housekeeping to get to because we're going to be moving shows around a little bit over the next couple weeks. Obviously, that week we have Labor.
Yeah, that's Labor Day.
Labor Day?
Labor Day Monday is September 1st.
Okay.
Our draft will be September 2nd.
And then we're planning on doing a show Wednesday night as normal, and then Friday night.
Yeah, as like Cowboys, the first game overreact.
Because we'll have Cowboys from that Thursday. It's all very confusing. I wrote it all down, and I'm looking back at it now, and I'm just as confused.
I got it all up here, man. You know, this thing's a steel trap sometimes.
And then that next week, we're going to have some plans lined up because
someone's going to be out of town making real money.
One of us, arguably the most, not even arguably, unquestionably the most important one of us three is going to be
real talents in education.
That's correct.
Us.
Yeah, he's going to be doing poppers on the East Coast. So we'll figure out shows for that week, but we're still going to do shows that week. We'll just probably be audio only with me and Cap, and I think I can drag the roommate in for those. If she understands how required and necessary the involvement is, maybe we can start the pressure campaign now. And then that following week, Thursday, the 11th through the 15th, we're going to not do a show Monday, the 15th of September, because
my man's going to Mexico.
Over the weekend, we'll call this the start of the weekend recap. We booked a trip to Mexico on a absolute
Cozumel?
whim. Cancun,
which is Cancun, Cozumel.
I don't know. The only part of Mexico I've ever been in, besides like popping over to Boys Town when like back in the 90s, back when it was still fine.
And you don't know what poppers are.
Again, I was probably like 12, 13. I was absolutely I was absolutely.
He was searching for those donkey shows.
I was looking for anything I could get, any kind of trouble I could get into. But no, the only other part of Mexico I've been in is like Maine, Chihuahua. Like we went for a very stereotypical North Texas non-denominational church.
I was about to say church retreat.
Did a field trip. Also,
help build a house or just get into the construction workers' way.
I got you one better. How about build a whole? Almost said GD. How about build a whole orphanage?
Oh, an orphan. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, we had.
That is very noble of you, sir.
That's that power plant money.
That's very noble.
That's that power plant money up there. No, we went into it was. I mean, I remember it being awesome, but now, like looking back on it now, just thinking like, well, how much did we actually do? Like,
you just got in their way.
That's correct, 1,000%.
Well, why don't you pick up all the nails that are scattered around here?
All I did was play because I was like junior high. All I did was play basketball and soccer with the kids, which was my task, keep the kids busy. I was like, boom, yeah, let's play sports. Done.
Done.
Next thing.
You're like, you use your hands, not your feet?
Yeah, no, they were.
Stereotypical.
Yeah, I had zero soccer experience in my childhood whatsoever. Never even played it as
Did I ever tell you, like, the one year I played soccer, like, of course, I was the Andy Reid of kids. Shut up.
Goalie?
No, I wasn't fat back when I was a kid, but I was just tall.
Yes.
I was like a foot taller.
Big boned.
So if you ever watch like little kids 7 to 9 soccer or something, there's just like a big group of kids that go with the ball.
It's just a roaming
It's
horde.
like a roaming, like it's kind of like an organism.
My nephew's playing now, and that's.
But because I was so tall, I'd be in the middle with
circles.
the ball, and they didn't want to get at me because I would like shoulder them a little bit and whatnot. And I'd score like 16 goals, and then they made me a goalkeeper for the rest of the year. And I was like, this is BS.
Does soccer have any of the same rules where you remember when you were playing like pee-wee football, and if you were over a certain weight, they'd put the X on your helmet and you couldn't be a ball carrier? No. Oh yeah, we had that because
that was sticking me at goalie. That was their way of dealing with that.
So one of the years, one of the coaches, his son, one of the least athletic dudes in my like age group in my grade. But he was massive. He was Andy Reid.
Yeah.
And so
God, man,
the coach,
kids, But we got to protect the kids,
Well,
Lawrence.
this kid's a grown up now, so we can make fun of him for being big then. But the coach just made him the running back du jour, and there was no way to bring him. He was bigger than most of the adults.
Take out his knees,
And
man.
that was see, and even then, like us bouncing at his knees,
He doesn't
no
work.
impact. But he would move. I mean, it was like Billy Bob from Varsity Blues. I mean, just move so slow.
Just dragging
And that
everybody.
was it. Literally, that was the whole game until the league instituted a rule where anyone over a certain weight, they got the X on their helmet and couldn't carry the ball.
Good old baby boomer, or Generation X, or baby boomers.
Softening up everything.
Yeah, being like, hey, that's not fair. Little Billy or little Gunner can't pick up the ball or whatever.
Giving everybody participation trophy. We didn't give those to ourselves. We didn't give ourselves
ask for it.
Little Debbie snacks and orange slices at halftime or after games. We didn't ask for pizza parties when our team didn't win a single game all year.
I loved when
Should have been back in that gym.
I loved
Get
when
better.
people figured out that tequila and orange slices went together. Because now I just eat the orange slices up there, and I'm like, it's just soccer snack, man.
Yeah, that's what the roommate-
I gotta stay in the game.
The roommate calls them bar snacks. She doesn't use them as a chaser. She just wants them for bar snacks. Speaking of the roommate, we'll shift into. We got a lot to get to tonight. As always, we're going to start with the weekend recap, but we've got weekend sports. We've got Cal Notes, another uninspiring preseason game to, I guess, talk about. And then main segment, I thought we were going to be done at least for one episode talking about Project Marvel, but we actually have not only new developments but counter developments, and in the end, it's all probably not going to matter anyway. But we'll talk about all that in the main segment, of course, lightning round to close it out. But I mentioned the roommate calling them bar snacks. She's eating bar snacks alone as we speak right now because
buddy.
she is visiting exotic Cleveland, Ohio.
What? The Midwest. The good old Sunshine State.
And I almost did a bit.
It's not the Sunshine State.
What is it? The Burning City by the river? What
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Cleveland's got some kind of, because they had the tire fire or whatever out in Lake Erie forever.
That was the old Anchorman. Oh, the Sunshine State.
Sunshine State. No, the roommate's been on me. She wants eventually for me to tag along on one of these business trips, but I'm trying to strategically, or one of these work trips. Like, she's going to Chicago in October.
That'd be a good one.
Might be a good time to catch a Cubs game as they.
October, you think the Cubs are going to make it to October?
Dude, the World Series goes into November these days. I mean,
November 1st. Like, that's if it goes 7.
Yeah, but I mean, if they just make a playoff series, I can probably catch a game there.
I'm not real.
They go to Vegas a lot. I'm not big on Vegas. Vegas is fun,
It's too
like
kiddie
once
now.
a decade. Fremont's always still fun. They do San Diego a lot, which I love San Diego, but like I've been to the baseball state. I've never been to Wrigley or Comiskey or whatever they call it. So I'm trying to strategically line it up. Like, I don't want to go see a Cleveland Guardians game. Speaking of, she flies into Cleveland, right? And she texts me. She's like, "Who are the Guardians?" She's like, "I'm seeing Guardians everywhere.
Yeah.
But I can't. All I see is the Block C."
Damn liberals.
And that's what I told her. I was like, "Well, have you seen any Indian, like pictures or caricatures or anything like that?" And she was like, "No, why would I see those?"
They
I was like,
scrubbed the
"Because
city.
that's what they took from us. Because that's who the Guardians are. They're that is the remains of Chief Wahoo and the Cleveland Indians.
My favorite bullpen card ever, Major League.
It holds up.
It
The
holds
Major League 1 holds up.
Nah, I didn't see 2.
Yeah, 2's a little well, and then 3's like back to the minors, and it's unwatchable. It's like watching the Taj Van Wilder sequel. It's just we're not even in the same
buddy.
universe. No,
Yeah.
she said surprisingly way more Guardians. She's been in Cleveland 2 days now, going on 3 days.
Yeah.
Way more Guardian stuff than Brown stuff.
Well, what the hell is the Browns do except keep on hiring?
Still the power of the NFL, though. And
Yeah.
I figured Shador.
I wonder if it's
jerseys,
like a south side,
maybe.
north side type thing. But I think the airport's like neutral ground.
She's like zero Cavs representation. Because these are the questions I ask
the
my.
Cavs actually the only one team.
They're
that's
the only one that's
actually-
good.
Yeah,
Like-
Cleveland's the guard. Well, you know why? Because the Guardians are making the push for the
They're
playoffs.
making a playoff push, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
But also, Browns are kicking off in 2 weeks. You would think there would be.
there's too much. We'll get to it. We got the old what should we call it? Dylan Gabriel with the old foot and mouth disease says, "I'm a competitor. I'm not an entertainer." And
Oh, I saw that clip circulating.
and everybody took that as a shot at Deion Sanders,
Shador,
yeah, saying like, "Oh, he's an entertainer."
Except-
He's like, "No, I meant the media. Y'all are entertainers, and I'm a competitor."
Right.
And
But you also know.
but you don't want to make the media mad at the same time.
Oh,
and
absolutely make the media
degrade
mad.
them.
No. Okay. For those that have
They're
missed
gonna
it,
rip him apart every time he does something stupid.
it was the halftime interview with a reporter as they were running off the field.
Yeah.
She mentions the fact that Dylan Gabriel had said something to her earlier in the day in a production meeting, assuming where she heard it, and gets him says, why don't you tell the people now what you told me earlier? Obviously, the question was meaning
oh, she baited the shit.
1,000%, 1,000%. Because
See,
obviously,
but I tell you, don't piss off the media, man.
again, they're entertainers. They got a job to do. They got to.
You don't
get
think
clicks.
it's competitive? You don't think like media, like being a sports writer is not a competitive?
I think it's a competitive endeavor, but I don't think nerds writing
Is not
clickbait headlines are competitors. I think they're exactly that, nerds that are writing clickbait headlines.
I'm going to compete. Whatever I do, I'm competing
to
to be the best.
Is that like when you walk
That's
into
like-
Chicken Express? Are you going to eat more chicken than anybody else? Because I'm a competitor.
Is that my
That's
job?
What I do.
Is that my job?
Yeah, I hear the mentality, but I also I think when you look at
Do you think old
NFL writer for Cleveland
Joey
newspaper,
Chestnut's a competitor? Do you think
or
Joey Chestnut's a
Cleveland
competitor?
Brown? Well, Joey Chestnut's one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Exactly.
Just Joey Chestnut
your
is a
little chicken
combination
arguments.
of Michael Phelps, Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge, and Cal Ripken Jr. all combined into
Yeah.
one. I don't know why
That
those were the four.
Chavez. Yeah.
No, he was clearly referencing a conversation they had before
Yeah.
where she was asking, how do you block out all the noise? Because there's obviously, they're gonna end up carrying 4 quarterbacks
Yeah.
plus
Two
Deshaun,
rooks. Yeah,
who
two
will
rooks.
be on the injured
And
list.
Flacco's getting
Flacco's going to get the nod,
get the
apparently.
start, yeah.
But that specific quote, he's delivered that exact line multiple times throughout Brown's training camp.
Yeah.
So it's nothing new. It's just the fact that the NFL account amplified it, put it out there with zero context.
Yeah.
The reporter set him up with zero context.
So I get back to my original statement.
And the media is
Don't piss
evil.
off the media and call them not competitors because they're all competing to get that soundbite. They're all competing to get those looks. They're all competing to get that job at ESPN or somewhere.
And it helps to pass
Whatever.
false narratives that are going to get you attention where you're actually doing a terrible job as a reporter, but you're being rewarded because it's taken out
But
of
he's
context.
being kind of a dick too.
To who?
To the media.
Well, quit talking about him like him and Shador like they're
That's their
enemies.
job.
Or like they're not on the same page.
You don't think that's not interesting to the common fan? Is okay. The Browns drafted 2 quarterbacks and we're in the first five rounds, and they still have a veteran on the team and one that they gave guaranteed money to that can't stop getting handies from.
I don't think comparing a 3rd round rookie quarterback to a 5th round rookie quarterback when they are the 3rd and 4th quarterbacks on the depth chart. No, I don't think that does. I don't think that provides a greater good or service to Browns fandom across America.
It's a topic. It's
Yeah,
just because it's
exactly,
ridiculous.
'cause
The Browns are the only Browns gonna brown. You know what I'm saying? Like
Dude, the Browns are one of the only things that are keeping the Cowboys from being like. I've lost Washington. I can't bag on them anymore. Like it's us in Cleveland, and Cleveland's never done it since they never been to a conference championship game since they've been back as the Cleveland Browns. No, I always like to ask her when it's a multi-sport city that I've never been to, like just give me a report. Here are the Cleveland sports teams. Tell me, spend 48 hours. Tell me what you see. Tell me
how's downtown look. How's
exactly.
the
And she's
areas
staying. She did say they have a cool arrangement where all the stadiums are right there, which I always love to see, which we'll talk about in the main seggy with Project Marvel. Although I think the Browns are fighting. Didn't they get approval, or are they fighting for approval to build a?
Not up to date on Browns.
Yeah, I think they want to do
politics.
I think they want to do a covered stadium now, like the rest of the Midwest
dude?
teams.
Like we need real grass, and like unless they.
Well, you'll always have Lambeau. You can always count on that. They're never going to dome Lambeau.
But
outside of that, I think you're losing the battle across the Midwest.
Killing these guys' Achilles and knees and everything with this fake artificial turf.
Yeah, you can, but we'll roll out real natural grass for soccer
for FIFA
for the world for FIFA for the World Cup. But
like if you put it on top of that, like you have to let it grow and like actually get the roots inside. And like if you just roll it on top, did you hear how like they were just complaining the whole time?
Oh yeah, it was awful.
Like the grass,
it was bad.
They were slipping everywhere. It was a horrible representation of what we were gonna see.
Was it the Super Bowl or the college national championship game where it was that a couple years ago where the grass was so bad and they ended up tracking down the guy, the Oklahoma State scientist that grew it, and he's.
Oh, you going back on Oklahoma State now, huh?
Well, no, he was like the turf doctor or something.
Yeah. You got a good ag program.
Yeah, and he said exactly what you said. He's like, look, I only grow the grass. I told him exactly, and they just put it right on top. That doesn't work.
Yeah,
That's
it doesn't work.
The
roots got to settle, man. And unless you're going to put up a bunch of grow lights, which, this is your time to shine, hippies. This is your all the knowledge we got from this legal marijuana. Grow some grass in those stadiums.
God, I'm imagining like the grand bud tender holding a meeting with Jerry Jones, explaining to him grow lights.
Listen, man, you got to understand what I'm talking about.
You got to talk faster. I don't have a whole lot more years.
I need this glory hole now. You know what I'm saying?
Smiles and glory holes.
I got a game in 2.5 weeks in Jerry World. I don't have time to hear you talk 3 words a minute. Rest of the weekend. So she flew out. Well, she was supposed to fly out 5 a.m. Sunday morning.
Uh-huh.
And this is, as we have documented.
You just stay up till 5 a.m.?
Usually that's what I do, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm also a good roommate, a good husband, a good partner. I always volunteer to drive her straight to the airport every time.
How do you volunteer?
So that way I can drive straight home celebrating.
Do we need you to? Do you need me to drive?
No. I fully volunteered because,
put that effort into it.
Again,
I got you.
It's one of the few things where I don't mind. I honestly don't, and I'm waking up where our airport is it's rinky dink, it's janky, but it is so easy to get. And it's just there's no. Yeah. It's an easy win for me, so I take it.
I'm a good wake up person, so it's like I'm like, just wake me up. I'm gonna give a crap.
See, I'm not good at that.
I'm like an hour or two, and I'll just wake up and I'll go back to sleep.
But that's why I stay up, right?
Yeah. I guess you just have to go wake them up now, won't you?
Saturday night, we had a couple of my friends. Actually, one of my childhood friends grew up with him up in North Texas. Him and his wife have lived in San Antonio for. They moved here like 6 years ago, bought a house, loved it, were loving everything about it, and then they had kids. And now that they have both gotten the free pre-K for SA here, now they are taking their kids back home to the hometown school district where that nuclear power plant money is funding
buddy.
a basketball arena that was nicer than the one I played at in McMurray. So they're leaving town.
Just a little animosity there.
They've got their a little bit. They've got their kids enrolled back up in Glen Rose, but they were back in town this past weekend because my buddy is like I was roommates with him in multiple apartments, multiple addresses. And, well, I lived on his couch in Austin. He lived on our couch in San Marcos.
Yeah.
I've seen how he operates when it comes time to move out of an apartment. And I'm talking college apartment where your possessions are minimal.
Yeah.
It's
just trash bags.
It's super easy. Right. And you just throw everything. And so he's been thinking like, oh, no. I'll just move like I did in college. Just throw everything in back. Brother, you got 2 kids under the age of 5. You've lived in this house for 5+ years.
You got so much
You've
crap.
got so much crap. And so he finally admitted he's going to have to get a U-Haul because he was just talking about, I'll just shuttle. It's a 3.5-hour drive to our hometown.
Oh, my God.
So
he's trying to pinch a penny, man.
1,000%. So they get down here Saturday, pack up some stuff. He realizes, all right, this isn't going to work. I'm going to have to come back again in a U-Haul. But tonight, let's have a going away celebration of sorts. So they hit us up, went and grabbed a drink. Unfortunately, while we were out having a drink, we're down at Double Standard, and we're at the point where I'm already a couple of mezcal old fashions in. I'm now working on a dirty gin martini. I've got pizza by the slice from Leo's right next door that I've brought into the nice cocktail bar, and I'm just chowing down. We're past the point of caring. My hometown buddy's leaving town. He's moving away from me. It's all forms of discombobulated due to alcohol and greasy pizza. And the roommate gets up, goes to the bathroom. My buddy says, I got to go too. I'll go to the bathroom. So it's me and his wife sitting at the table. Right at that moment, a listener came over to the table who had just walked in and was like, oh, hey, Puma, man, loving the podcast. Good to see you. Like, who's this? I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I swear to God, it's not my Sancha. Like, it's my buddy's wife.
My wife's in the restroom.
But the roommate's here, and so is my buddy. It's just, you gotta.
It's just a swinging old good time.
You just picked a really odd time. I was like, now, Monday night after the episode, no, the roommate's in Cleveland. Like, yeah, if you see it then, it's different. But I swear to you, this one is honest
buddy.
and completely above board.
You got caught with your side piece.
Yeah, very much so. And I think at that point, it dawned on me that thought had never crossed his mind, and it was all projection from this side of the table.
Is that gin talking?
So then that made it even more awkward. Where I'm like, like doing the forced laugh of I swear this is true. Eventually, the roommate did walk back up while he was still there, so he did see proof that at least she was involved in some capacity. Yeah. So we went out kind of early because Steph had the 5 a.m. flight Sunday morning. So we weren't out that late. But as you mentioned, if the flight is before 6 a.m., I'm staying up.
Yeah.
I'm stretching it. And now I've got alcohol.
Just like a pop.
That I can let pass through the system. Like, I'll be sober by 5 a.m. I'm going to stay up, and I've gotten back in on GTA Online. I bought Madden. I got a Cowboys franchise we're starting in on. Already looking at quarterbacks for
already drafted Jane Daniels as my first
3 years from now when we can get out from under that Dak contract. So the last thing I tell Steph before she passes out, she finally finishes packing, says, I'm laying down. I have an alarm set for 4:30. And so I'm like, great. At this point, it's like 1:30. It's kind of late. And so I'm like, okay, great. 3 hours. I can kill that. I'm going to stay up.
Oh, you passed out.
I'll make sure it gets better. So I'll make sure you don't miss anything.
Yeah.
When I hear your alarm going off, I'll come in there and wake you up, right? So I wake up on the couch with the controller in my hand at 5:15.
Oh, man. That alarm going off still?
No, nothing's going off. The house is still quiet. There's nothing going off. Her plane, it was supposed to, like, she had to check a bag by 5:30.
Oh, yeah.
So my first thought is we have 15 minutes to grab the stuff, run out the door. So I wake up in a panic. I see she's still in bed. I'm yelling like, get up, we gotta go, get up. And I run, grab her suitcases. I'm throwing them in the car. When I walk back inside, she's still in bed. I was like, no, we gotta go, you gotta get up. And she just starts mumbling, I changed my flight. I'm like, like when? Like when? When did you decide to do this? And when were you going to tell me? Like I stayed up. I made it to like 3:50, like 3:45.
So did the alarm go off and then she changed
The
her
alarm
flight?
went off. She woke up. She was like, nope, F this. I'm changing the flight because I can, because it's all
I
through
got
corporate.
point. I got
Exactly.
points.
My husband has not made it to bed. He's fine. He's not going to wake up because I was still on the couch in the living room. So all of that being said,
So
she
you
did,
got the adrenaline pumping and
Dude.
stuff. You couldn't go back
and
to
I
sleep.
stayed up till 4 a.m. I was.
An hour more than I'd normally do.
Well, yeah, fair. But still, that's an hour that I'm never going to get back.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, so she ended up flying out at 11:30, a much more reasonable time, which was also the time I suggested in
Why
the
don't we
first
just-
place.
Yeah.
But
Good job there.
that's
roommate.
that's how it worked out. So yeah, she is. I think she gets back. God, I hope she doesn't get back Wednesday because we'll be.
Well,
Dude, I think she gets back Thursday.
you know that panicky feeling that
Maybe
you get?
tomorrow,
So like
actually.
that panicky feeling that you got like when you think you're late for the plane.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that was kind of like my weekend with the Yankees.
Ah, what a
Give
transition.
me a minute. Oh, my Yankees. They swept the St. Louis Cardinals. And I went there the last time the Yankees were in St. Louis. Saw Busch Stadium. Very clear. Very, very beautiful place. But it was the hottest time of the year. And once again, it was the hottest time of the year in St. Louis, which is right by the Mississippi. So humidity's at a 90% dew point. And we lost all 3 games, so we had it coming. But every time we call on the bullpen, I get that feeling like we're going to blow it. But no, we end up scoring more runs and more runs against the second best bullpen in the league, just behind San Diego Padres, to sweep the series. And we got a series coming up with Tampa Bay, which they're on the downslide, so we need to get up. And after that, we have a 4-game series with the hated Boston Red Sox. We really need this one, boys. Come on. Don't let the cap down. Go Yankees.
I'm glad one of us is still enjoying baseball.
Yep. I was like notes on the Rangers. Act like you've been there. You know, it was only 3 years ago. Y'all are horrible, man.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you want the only note I had for you. I mean, we labeled the last Wednesday's episode. The Rangers are officially cooked, and I was ready to admit that was the case then, but Friday,
That's why he has the Fred's fried fish.
Yes, because they are
officially
cooked. Yeah, well, it's there's different types of cooking. Fish in hot oil. That's how the Rangers are cooked right now. It's that violent, that bad. No, Friday night they were up 3-0 in the 8th inning against Toronto. Blow that lead, and that I didn't watch a single inning.
You had one job: beat the Blue Jays.
I was watching them blow
Beat
the lead.
The Blue Jays.
Friday night, and after they blew that 3-0 lead in the 8th, I said, if I break both my arms and am stricken to couch duty where I literally cannot reach over and grab the remote and the Ranger game comes on, sure, I guess I'll watch it at that point. But anything short of that,
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? That's what we call a bandwagon fan.
no, it's what we call a fan that is appreciative of the fact that they got me to football season. That was
Or
what
we call that a cowboy fan.
That's correct. That's what I was hoping I was hoping baseball could at least keep me entertained through preseason, and we got through 2 of the 3 games. So.
Oh man, today Burrow. You know when Burrow just got sacked, and I'm like, you don't need 500 pounds of man meat on you in preseason.
Oh, when he should have just thrown it away on that.
They threw him back in there, and he got sacked again.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Like not my first round. He was on my Superflex fantasy league, which quarterbacks are a hot commodity. With the 4th pick, I picked Joey B. Don't get hurt, buddy. I need you.
Yeah, that
defense is going to be horrible, and he's going to be chunking the ball.
That's what I was about to say. They're going, especially the longer the Hendrickson
that's not going to get
ordeal.
solved, man. Like they've been going at it for 2 years, dude.
Speaking, you mentioned how hot it was in St. Louis. I saw there was a MLB player that had to leave a game in Kansas City over the weekend because he was having heat issues.
Oh yeah,
and the team made the official announcement. I can't remember who it was, but it was like so-and-so has left the game due to heat-related illness.
Yeah.
And he just retweeted it with the picture of Ichiro when Ichiro was asked by Bob Costas, what's your favorite American saying? Like, what's the favorite American slang you've learned since you lived here? And it's not St. Louis, but it's right next to it. He was talking about Kansas City, and Ichiro, without missing or hesitating whatsoever, he said, August in Kansas City, it's hotter than 2 rats effing in a wool sock. That was his favorite American phrase he learned during his time playing here. Yeah, it's Kansas City, St. Louis, practically the same this time of year.
Dude,
now, the Rangers are 5. Can I interest you in a team that's 5.5 games back of you and the Mariners, who are now tied for the 2nd and 3rd wild card spot?
What end that is?
That's Texas. We are now 5.5 games back.
Y'all got swept by the Toronto, didn't you?
It was 2.5 last week.
Yeah.
No, they took 2 out of 3, or they won 1 out of 3. They got 1.
3, okay.
So they blew the lead Friday night. Saturday, they were down by 12. And they asked one of the big boys to come in and pitch. We got a Rowdy. Last week, Rowdy Tellez was hitting 9th-inning home runs to save the season. This weekend, he's pitching in double-digit blowout losses. And then they won the getaway game Sunday. But at that point, I mean, again, it's so bad now. Not only are the roommates Cleveland Guardians the first team out of the wild card spot, it's still 3.5 behind y'all. I don't think you're going to see much of a push there.
It's happening in a good 3-game series that we should win because it's been a while. Like St. Louis is a little red as the Yankees of the NL. You know, they have 14 championships, and that's the 2nd most in the MLB. They are always in it, just like the Yankees, and they have not been in it for the past 3 years, and that is not like that's just like St. Louis. St. Louis is the Cardinals. You know,
the bad memories of 2011 that I will have the rest of my life. Rangers Cardinals World Series
swept.
Too bad, St. Louis. I'm so sorry to see that you're going to finish under 500 again and nowhere close to a playoff spot.
Did I ever tell you? So when we went out there, me and my buddy Eric, and he's a huge Cardinals fan. He used to live in St. Louis, so he's giving me the old grand tour and everything. And he decided to, I had the tickets on my phone. And he decided to walk. They have a little pavilion, a 3-story bar, like watch area and whatnot. So we ended up walking, I ended up looking at my phone, 22,000 steps before we even get into the stadium. And I'm hurting, man. And then I guess I pushed my phone to activate it too many times, so it was locked out for 15 minutes. While we're standing at the front, and it was bobblehead day.
Oh, with the tickets?
Just so many people. So I'm just standing at the front with this guy, and I'm like, 7 minutes left. And then so I'm just out there in the heat, dude. And I'm talking it's just
2 rats.
So and we
two
went
rats in a wool sock.
Yeah, we went 2 games. We went back-to-back games, a night game and then a day game. And this is the night game, and I am dying. And the tickets I got, they seemed right behind home plate, a little bit higher. And I was like, oh man, we might catch a foul ball that flies up. But no, they decided to put a 1.5 foot thing behind the back of the back row of seats underneath a pavilion of the club decks. And the wall behind us is where all the pizza ovens are. So it's radiating heat. They don't have fans. They don't have fans blowing anywhere in there. And I'm literally looking at the usher, and he's got this little neck thing with two little like oscillating fans on it. I was like, dude, I'll give you $80 for that thing right now. And he's like, nope.
Absolutely
He's
not.
like, I was like, I've been offered more.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's a low
shit.
ball.
So
It's a low ball offer.
I'm dying. I'm dehydrated. Yes, I would have had heat exhaustion as well. And the next day is a day game, and we get to go out to right field so I can see me some Aaron Judge. And, oh, boy, we were in the sun again. And I take off. I'm in just a wife beater. Just a wife beater. Got a bandana on my head with the hat on my head with this little neck fan thing that we went to Walmart before the game and bought, but it's too tight on my neck because I got a big old, masculine neck.
Masculine.
Yes,
that's what we're calling
That's what we're
it.
calling it. And I'm just holding it like a horseshoe as it's blowing on me. And I'm yelling at Aaron Judge, and I'm just like, "You the man, Judge!
He probably-
you the man!"
he
No,
probably
saw
appreciate-
me. He like looked at me and laughed. He was
Because
like,
you looked like a bleacher creature
I was
out there
crazy.
in white.
I was looking crazy,
You looked
dude.
like a crazy New Yorker that had gone on the road trip. Not some white dude from San Antonio driving up
Oh,
or
man.
flying up.
And then I'm yelling at all the kids that are all like, the Yankees are going to lose. And I'm like, shut your effing mouth. But I'm doing it nicely, and all the parents are laughing. Every time there was like a hit or a run, they're all like, ah. And then we score one, and it was a high-scoring game. And I'm like, I'm going to tell Aaron Judge not to give you a ball.
You absolutely would be the guy that is arguing with kids in the bleachers at a major
But
league
it was
baseball.
a good faith.
Sure,
The
of
parents,
course.
but
Yeah, I'm sure they loved it. But yeah.
They're like, this crazy-looking big guy.
Yeah, no, I'm the yeah. I don't have a whole lot of. I would be more likely to argue, I guess, with a kid than a random dude my age, though. Yeah, because that would be what I'm even less likely to do at a
I was
baseball
like, shut
game.
your little bastards' mouths. And I was like getting right on the edge, and the parents saying, hey, give it up to St. Louis, man. Those parents, they were down to play. They're like, give it to them. And I was like, oh, they're going to get it all.
Yeah, I'm not. Mark that too, LG. We need that. I'm not going. I'm not going to give credit to any adult, much less kid from the St. Louis metro area, except Scott Manziera. Shout out Scott. He was a good board op.
No.
No, this is the last time I can almost guarantee you we will even reference the Rangers. They're losing right now to the Royals 4-2, and the Royals have also passed them in the wild card standings. So I think we are good to move on to other weekend sports. What else you got for me? What else you watch?
Man, we had a great showing out at the BMW Classic. The second round of the FedEx, where
What a shot. What a
shot. We're gonna get there. We got the top 50 make it, and the winner, only the top 30 get to go on to the final round of the FedEx, which is pretty much spoken for, because moving into the final round, we had McIntyre up by 4 shots and Scheffler down by 4. And Shefty started working. And then we get the shot that was heard around the world.
Before we talk about the Scheffler, because this is all about Scheffler, no question.
Yeah.
And as we get closer and closer to the separation of Jack, Tiger, Scotty, and then everybody else, because that looks like where things are going.
You got Arnie too.
Yeah, but I mean that's even before from the modern era.
I don't think Scheffler's gonna get. He's got 3 majors. Or wait, does he have 4?
4 now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Koepka's got 5.
Right.
I mean, he has to sustain this for so long.
Well, and the irony of the fun fact that Tiger has won 1 major since turning 30 years old.
Well, that's after he got racked in the face. And then
Scotty's been arrested. Scotty got arrested at an event, at a major.
And if you ever saw the Happy Gilmore 2 movie, Great cameo from Scotty
And now
Scheffler.
Scotty's telling us how little golf actually matters to. Like Scotty might retire at 31. Who knows? No, I agree with you. It's a little early. But as we rush to anoint Scotty, I think you have to also mention it was a 4-stroke lead. If McIntyre, if he had just gone out and shot par,
Yeah.
he wins by 2 strokes.
Oh, his
What
putter.
was it? He was +2 on the day,
That-
+3 on the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his putter. He just couldn't make the putts, And as we saw, the shot 17 out deep rough, ball above your feet. He
Just
chips
nasty.
it where he has to go up a hill, but not hit it hard enough because it's a hump and it goes downhill. Ran for about 40, 50 feet and holds it to do a 2-shot swing to take the lead. That was Tiger-esque. When you think of Tiger, you think of the great shots like the one, but this was not at a major. But
Yeah, not quite a major,
this was like the
No, you think of the Nike logo on
Yeah.
16 at Augusta. You think of the long
US
putt that fed down at the U.S. Open.
the U.S. Open where he literally has to hook the ball around all the trees.
Yeah.
And he go and gets on the green in 2 on a par
Was
5.
this Scotty's first iconic shot like that of his
I
career?
think he's had a lot of long putts, but this is his first iconic shot.
He hasn't. Well, and this is one of those weird situations where because Scotty doesn't routinely put himself in bad positions.
No, because his iron play is so good.
Yeah, he doesn't really leave himself a
Yeah.
lot of opportunity for these miraculous shots because he
And see-
doesn't need them
And see,
usually.
that's why Tiger was Tiger.
That's weird
because
to
he
think
was,
about it that
he was
way.
the longest hitter. If he squirreled around like the golf courses weren't made to like it was very hard if you hit it past like
No, a lot of the time
300.
he plays like Bryson does now, where it's
Yeah.
just like I'm going to hit it as hard as I can and figure it out.
But he
wherever it
he
lands.
was always the best scrambler.
Yeah.
And he made these miraculous shots. But so get this little couple facts for you. This is his 5th win on the PGA Tour to this date. He joins Elite Company. Can you guess the other 3? Obviously, you will guess one of them. The other 3 that have won 5 or more majors. Not majors, 5 or more PGA
events in one
events.
year.
Yeah.
Well, Tiger.
There you go. Now you got to think back far.
Really? That far? No one else from this era? Okay, because that was, I mean, outside of that,
We're
I
talking
mean,
1940s.
oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I would. I don't-
Byron Nelson.
Byron, okay. Dallas
Ben
or
Hogan.
Fort Worth zone.
So
That's
Byron,
pretty good company.
That's pretty good company. Byron Nelson holds the record with 18 wins in 1945.
Okay. See,
He was. I don't know what happened. I think because a lot of people went off to the war that year.
so he was a draft dodger who stayed to play golf.
Hey,
Okay.
Ben Hogan in 1946 won 10 tournaments. So it was just them playing 2, just winning out, him in both. And then Tiger Woods achieved this feat multiple times. 9 wins in 2000, 7 wins in 2006 and 7. And 2007's when that freaking whore beat him with the club and ruined Tiger forever.
Wait, you mean the woman that had his children that he was cheating on with low rent waitresses at Perkins? And when Tiger was calling women and literally telling them, yes, this is Tiger. You got to do this for me.
You got to delete this message.
I just need you to delete your name from your voicemail. No, it said he went Canadian there for a second.
That's Tiger Woods, man. You don't touch the man.
You can't. My wife got my phone. She's calling all the numbers. You can't have your name
He won
on there.
at that
Just
time.
change it to your number.
If I believe he won a major and then he run 4 more tournaments in a row, he was on a streak.
Yeah. So
And it was just like, and then
I think
the incident happened.
I think the stat is win 5 times in a season for consecutive years, because Tiger did it 6 straight years, or
No.
Tiger did it 6 times.
PGA tournaments.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, so like there's some of them that weren't PGA, but they're TPC.
Heard.
You know, so yeah. it's not 5 wins of any tournament because like
That makes
then
more
you can
sense,
do
yeah.
the U.S. Open, China's got tournaments,
Just
everywhere.
go play DP Tour games
Yeah.
or tournaments. Do
the Corn Ferry tournaments.
25 million purse for the winner of the Tour Championship this weekend?
I think Scotty's got, unless he
How
finishes
can
dead
it- yeah,
last.
how can you-
and Rory, I think Rory's the only one who can catch him on points if he wins the tournament.
Oh, is it that mathematically?
Yeah, it's like it's not good. And like JJ Spawn had a chance since he won last, or Justin Rose and JJ had a chance, but they would have to like be in the top 5 of this last tournament.
That's still better than
And they
having
did
the
it.
starting out with the staggered scores.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's gone at
Yeah.
least.
But it was, dude. But then also we got the feel good story. Bahatia, Holden won the BMW.
Oh, yeah, he got
the par
the
3.
BMW, yeah.
Him and his caddy got the BMW, and you should have saw how happy his caddy was. Oh man, that dude, he wasn't giving out any more yardage. He's like, I got my car, I'm out of here. No, but nah, that was I'm happy for them, man. But it was a great golfing thing. I mean, a lot of drama.
Oh, buddy, I got bad news for
What?
Akshay Bhatia's caddy.
What?
He chose to give it to someone else.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's giving it to a scholarship program.
Oh, buddy. I bet he's gonna suffice him in money. His caddy. Oh man.
Yeah, he's giving
Oh man.
he's giving one of them to his sister, and the other one going to a scholarship program.
How you gonna do that to the caddy, man?
It's pretty dirty.
Oh, man. Oh no.
Well, the caddy, he was the 30th person though, right? Did you just say that? He was the last person on the cut.
Is he?
Yeah, so he's
Okay.
in. So at least the caddy gets one more paycheck
No.
for this weekend.
No,
because
man.
there's no cut.
You don't get him the car, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't think the caddy got any of that.
He better got a check, like a bag of cash, man. That's wrong.
Now the
That caddy was so excited.
only other thing I had for weekend sports, return of European soccer. We had Premier League kick off. All of the Liverpool fans at Anfield singing "You'll Never Walk Alone." They're opening every home opener. They're singing loudly, but this one specifically, you remember the Portuguese player. He was a Liverpool player, Diego Jota. Him and his brother passed away in the car wreck over the summer. And the Liverpool Anfield crowd was absolutely amped for their first time to celebrate him, and all of the imagery from that game was incredibly sad, but also everything that is awesome about Premier League soccer to see. All of the passion.
Yeah, the talent gets into it, man.
Yeah, they're the closest thing we have is SEC football.
I
Like when it comes to crowd participation and
Yeah.
full engagement from the city, from the
I don't
region,
know if
from the area.
the English have gotten it right, and the way the English do it, where they block out the soccer game on local television
To make you go.
to make you go and support.
Yeah,
your
I don't think people
money.
realize that. Like here in America, we get endless, unlimited coverage, where in England they don't get those games. They get 2 games a weekend on national TV.
But then I'm at Slackers, and
I think they do it incredibly wrong.
No, but like we got the Denver football fans, 7 of them, on a preseason game
Up to 7.
during the UFC fight.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that up, but we're gonna get to the UFC fight. Going like with the microphone and a PA system, every third down, everything, and then this guy runs around with a plastic goal after they make a thing around everybody who's not listening to him, just wondering why we're having to listen to this guy talk.
well, it's preseason for them too. They
But
got to get
there's-
into
yeah,
the routine. They got to get all their little
But when
choreography.
there's a UFC fight, a main card for like when there's a UFC pay-per-view event,
was a numbered event,
And
right?
yeah, it was a big fight, which I'll get into. After my point is that absolutely annoyed the hell out of me.
As it should. It's preseason football.
Yeah, I'm like, chill out, man, chill out. You know,
And
then-
also, you're a Broncos fan in South Texas.
and there's seven people in the bar, and
Get bent,
the
dude.
AC is not working right, so I'm already grumpy.
Okay,
You know?
hold on. You buried the lead there. That should have been the first
Yeah,
thing.
the
Like,
AC's not
First
working.
of all, the AC's not working
Yeah.
up to my standards.
No, I think it's everybody's standards because everybody was in their thing, and I'm just extra grumpy. And I love my AC. I hate humidity, man. And this guy is with the PA system with six of his people. They get in there on regular season. Yeah, they come about 13. They come out 15, 20 deep.
That's
And I'm
absurd.
like, dude, it's 9 o'clock right now. Shut up, you know? And then I'm like, this is what the English have to do. But I think those guys get ran out the bar if it's not your team.
Well,
you know?
and also I think a English bar hooligan that's going to watch the UFC fight would have no problem physically letting an English Chelsea soccer hooligan or
Yeah.
Liverpool or whoever. I think they would have no problem telling them, all right, we're done with your
Yeah.
we're done with your little routine,
Your little shtick.
Your little shtick. That
Yeah.
can end now. We're watching grown men grapple and fight each other.
So as for the UFC,
Probably took some poppers.
he was popping something. The UFC fight, we got the first two knockouts, spinning back elbows.
Was that one? I saw one of the kids on the bill was a San Antonio kid, a kid from MacArthur.
Oh, really? I did not know that. That's my
Yeah, he won.
alma mater
he
if
won
I
his-
graduated, but you know, stuff happens.
what was his name? I don't know. I don't know anything about UFC.
Where's the? I'm trying to find. Well, the first two ones got hit with a spinning back fist, spinning back elbows, totally knocked out. It was insane. And then we had the main fight, which is Dricus Duplessis, and he had the belt against Kazmata Chimenez. I'm butchering the name.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Nailed it.
And totally destroyed him while screaming and of course everybody is cheering for him because he said Allah Akbar, which means God is good, but of course we know it as you suicide bomber, or
No, I think we just know it as God is good. That's
Yeah,
still
no,
just what it is.
I mean, there's
in
the
Arabic.
UFC fan, so he was getting booed out the stadium, but totally just wrestled him, ground and pounded, stayed on him. I think the total strikes was 45 to 450.
Whoa.
Yeah, totally dominated. Each round was 10-8. That he had no chance. He looked like he was fighting an amateur, man. And it was just an embarrassment and no offense, he's a South African. I could really give a shit. But we got Leon Murphy.
I didn't realize UFC was so geopolitically aligned, I guess. I didn't realize there was so much.
You got Trump going there on the reg, dude.
Yeah, I knew all of those guys were locked
Theo
in, but
Von, Rogan's doing it.
yeah, I saw
Yeah.
Big Cat and PMT were there.
Yeah, it's they got a little feisty ass crowd,
Yeah, because it was in Chicago, right? I think this one was.
It was in Chicago, and my favorite one was Carlos Prates, whatever, Brazilian. He literally dominated this fight, choked out the guy. He was he was the one they weren't setting up to win. He had a minus 200. Oh wait, is minus 200 supposed to be the win?
Yeah, that's heavy
Okay.
favorite.
So he's the favorite, but he literally gets the knockout and asks Dana White for the chance. He's like, come, let me fight in Brazil. Let me fight in Brazil, and I want the 50,000 for the knockout of the night. And he did. That was one of the spinning back elbows. And Dana White said, "You got it." Good for Dana White. Not much I can say about it, but I have to listen to that damn Dodge commercial every half inning on the MLB network. One thing about America, we just can't stop being American.
Oh my God.
That's Dana White.
That's Dana White, isn't it?
Yeah, I got to hear that about 18 times every time I'm watching a Yankee game.
Okay,
it could be anybody, and I'd be tired of it, dude.
This is something funny. This falls under the Chomskyism that tickles my sociologist brain so much. Now that we're under current administration, there's that Dodge where it's eagle screeching flames. There's I think Jeep did one too where it's like
same company.
Yeah, same parent company. Chevy's is a little more tame.
Oh yeah,
but it's still we're the Patriot pickup truck basically.
Yeah, but we allow everybody.
But it's so funny to me of where anytime we assign any morals to any of these companies, you couldn't be more wrong because the same companies, when political winds are blowing the other direction, they're putting out all the woke feel-good crap.
This is gay pride month.
Yeah, exactly. Because they don't care about any of us as individuals, any of our social principles, whichever side you're on. They care about profit and money and CEO salaries so
what's going to get an uptick on this quarter?
That's it.
All it is.
That's it.
Dude. Yeah.
You notice, you see it all the time when you. That was one of the things that broke my mind when I first moved in with the roommate. I was.
As soon as you got your quad box.
Well, yeah, the quad. Yeah, I was taking kinesiology teaching classes. Thought was just going to coach, teach history, go that route. Yeah. And then she completely messed up my brain when it comes to advertising and mass media and what we're doing here now, basically, of the, pointing.
It's like, what's the national day?
You see a billboard all the time, but you don't think, and the national crap like that.
That's all. It's like, what shtick? As Cartman would say, that's my shtick.
What is going to make us the most money?
Yeah,
because
what's going to get
those are our principles now.
Yeah.
Our principles are now we are all patriots driving Jeeps and Dodges.
I've always been a Chevy guy, man, but I did buy a Dodge. I love the inside, but one of the pistons broke on me within 15. It was just a little clip on the piston on the inside of the chassis.
Ben Wallace always had injury trouble,
and it. Oh my God, it was just a nightmare, and I'm Ben Wallace.
Remember when Rip Hamilton had to wear that face mask? Because he always broke down.
Yeah, I got you.
Seems to be a Pistons issue.
Yes. Your back is hurting right now, right?
I just needed to transition us into the next segment, so I had to do something to kill all momentum.
See? We're starting to believe it.
No, we're not. But Shoddy did talk about momentum from the post-game press conference after another uninspiring Cowboys preseason performance. I got to be completely honest. I kind of forgot about the game. I turned it on halfway through the first quarter.
Did Dak even play?
No one played. Okay, I'll give them credit. You remember last week I was bitching about Tyler Booker being the only first-round pick to be a healthy scratch in week 1 of the preseason. Every first-round pick across the NFL, there was one guy who was healthy and was held out from playing by his team.
Tyler Booker.
That was Tyler Booker, the Cowboys' first-round draft pick. So we got to see him active. Mm-hmm. He looks good. I mean, it's a guard.
Yeah.
You need them. You need them to be people movers. You need them to be good, but
just don't let them get at your quarterback, man.
You're not going to get...
Unlike the guards that were freaking Bengals about to beat up Burrow, my first-round pick.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything exciting from Cowboys preseason games anymore. It is officially a net negative to sit and watch the games because there's just nothing to judge.
What was it? Your boy,
they're asking veterans that they signed on minimum contracts to not play to avoid injury. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
What was that? Malachi. He got cut, and they signed someone else.
Yeah, isn't
Malachi wasn't he like the third or fourth string? Malachi, or was that? Maybe that was the Niners. I don't know. It's preseason.
Malachi Flynn, also a former Piston, I believe.
Oh, buddy.
The Book of Malachi.
The Book of Malachi. The only thing of Malachi is from Raising Arizona.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. Now,
Children of the Corn.
there you go.
There you
Children of
go.
the Corn. Yeah, yeah.
He's
How many
awake.
other? How
He's
many
awake.
other? Yeah, just to make sure.
He's awake from his popper.
No, there's nothing to take away from this
Yeah.
preseason game. I mean, that's why we waited almost an hour and a half before we started talking about it. The biggest positive to come out of it, we got to see our first round draft pick. He looks like an NFL player, looks like an NFL starter. Looks better than last year's first round draft pick looked at any point during the year last year. Looks better than the first round pick from 2 years ago has ever looked any time in his career.
I'll tell you. You know who looked
That
good?
was Mozzie, right?
You know who
2
looked
years
good
ago.
in your division? Oh, Jackson Dart.
Yeah. Dart.
He looked. I think I might take look on your run sheet and see if I took the under over on the Giants, because I think I took the under. And
I think you still took the under.
I
yeah.
think I might have to switch it to the over. You know,
The question for me is now
they're going to roll out Wilson as the number one.
No question.
But Dart, I guarantee you, is going to play, because Wilson still had, what was it? He still had like the most sacks. Like
yeah,
he
we
hold on to the
were
ball.
both under on the Giants,
Yeah,
5.5.
5.5.
That's a big number for.
I think they can win 6 or 7, man. If Jackson Dart comes in and pulls like a Garoppolo or a Purdy and just runs off 4 at the end, you know.
The question for me is, are we going to get to see any of the greatness of Jameis Winston at any point in that?
Trade him.
in that, yeah.
Trade him.
Hey, I've seen enough of Joe Milton.
Yeah.
I saw Will Greer at West Virginia a decade ago.
I just eat
Let's
my
get Jameis.
W's.
The Cowboys, on the idea of Joe Milton,
Yeah.
obviously it's a developmental quarterback. I don't think the Cowboys were hoping he would take that number 2 job. He's nowhere close to earning that number 2 job. And all jokes aside, the fact that Will Greer just has been here longer is kind of shaping up.
He just knows the system.
I'm not sure either one of those dudes make the roster at the end of training camp. I don't think it's going to be Jameis, but I think there potentially is a veteran name out there that gets cut as teams cut down to 53. I think the Cowboys do that at multiple positions.
And another rookie quarterback that showed out. Oh, Bennett to win it out in L.A.
Oh, Stetson.
Yeah, Stetson Bennett.
He's
man.
not a rookie per se.
Oh, is this his second year?
Yeah, but he missed all of last year because he was battling some personal demons related to the bottle, I believe.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You remember that Good Morning America interview he did after they won the national championship?
was
when
all
he
drunk.
was-
But that, you mean let the man have a beverage after he takes the national?
yeah, and he's already 30. He was 26 when he graduated Georgia or whatever. He was already old as hell. No, I think the Cowboys, they can't run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They have gotten worse at the running back position versus last year's roster. Just re-signing Rico Dowdle would have been better than where they currently find
You
themselves.
mean Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders doesn't do it for you?
It wasn't going to do it when they signed him initially.
I do
But-
have Jordan Blue on my taxi squad.
So when they signed both of those dudes, I thought, okay, one of those guys is going to beat out the other, and then they'll be paired with a second or third round running back that the Cowboys will take in April. And then, as you said, we didn't get a running back selected till Jaden Blue in the 5th round.
Oh, Jaden
And
Blue,
also, Phil Maffa, the Clemson kid from the 7th round, both of those guys might be on the roster, and neither Javonte or Miles Sanders end up making the cut. It's
Too many times Javonte graced my team, and I'm like, this is the year.
no, there's
And
no year.
He was my Kyle Pitts.
The only thing as frustrating or more frustrating than the Cowboys' complete disregard for the running back position on offense is their complete inability to stop the run on defense.
Yeah.
They've done great at drafting edge guys. Even Dorrance Armstrong playing now for Washington, who they lost in free agency last year. He was a 4th-round pick out of Kansas for Dallas. They've Marshawn Nealon, Sam Williams coming back from injury. Ezeraku looks great, even though he's wearing number 41. Very unstable for an edge rusher.
But is he like an edge linebacker? 41's.
Kind of, but he's still more of a hands down, hands on the ground guy than an actual stand-up outside linebacker.
High school linebacker.
Well, I think the number he wanted is taken, or one of those deals. We're talking about the Cowboys, where they didn't give Demarion Overshone number 0 because that was Rowdy the mascot's number. We're talking about the Cowboys, so numbers, it could be anything. Agent Zero just now got number 0 this season.
You're the Dallas Cowboys, and you name your mascot Rowdy.
That's correct, yeah.
That's correct.
It's awful.
There's so many other things you could God.
The Cowboys are the one team I'm a fan of that I will never defend, but I will never not be a fan just because I have it's heritage, Cap. It's
heritage.
It's impossible for me to turn my back on it.
It's in my blood.
Can't do it. Not gonna do it. But Jaden Blue didn't play. He was out injured. The run game showed no signs of life. Jonathan Mingo, who they spent a 4th-round draft pick on, a wide receiver that couldn't do anything in Carolina.
Why would you give a 4th-rounder for that? Didn't you already learn with us when you gave us a 4th rounder?
No.
Was it a 4th or 5th rounder for Trey Lance?
4th. It was a 4th, too. Mingo gets hurt. He's got a PCL strain. The only thing good about that is he's going to be out at least 4 to 6 weeks. So now they can probably put him on PUP or on the IL injured list and then bring him. Yeah, exactly. So it potentially makes the roster crunch.
Good news.
Yes,
that's good news.
That's where we're at. Where a guy that you spent a 4th-round draft pick to trade for, it might be better for the overall roster that he is not going to make the 53 now due to injury. Yeah. So potentially you can, because they're already, if they carry 3 quarterbacks, and one of those is Joe Milton.
Oh, buddy.
That's a wasted spot when it comes, because if Dak gets hurt this year and your backup quarterback options are Will Grier and Joe Milton, season's over. It's that simple.
They're tanking. They're tanking for Arch.
I don't think there's no tanking. Because
Arch,
you don't
Arch
tank when you have the highest paid quarterback in the NFL and you're committed to him for another 2 years after this one.
One thing you can count on.
You can't get out from underneath that money.
Jerry's going to Jerry.
Yeah, but Jerry's not. Jerry never one time in his life has actively. He's made bad, hiring Dave Campo or Chan Gailey, you could argue was tanking in a sense, which is what Schottenheimer is now. That's the other thing. I don't think you can take anything away from the Cowboys' preseason performances because this is Schottenheimer's first preseason as a head coach. It's Clayton Adams' first preseason as an offensive coordinator. Yeah. It's Flus's first preseason in Dallas as the DC. All of these guys are literally learning. The position coaches are learning their jobs and roles at the same time the players are. It is awful. And to make things even worse, Mike McCarthy, whatever you want to say about him, was a Super Bowl winning head coach who won 12 games
Bill Parcells
in 3 straight regular seasons as the Cowboys head coach. When Jerry hired him, Jerry forced Keelan Moore on to McCarthy, told McCarthy, this guy is your offensive coordinator. He is calling the plays. You are the CEO.
Even though Mike McCarthy is an offensive.
Correct.
Comes from an offensive coordinator's
because
job.
Jerry wanted to keep Kellen so bad. Eventually, McCarthy was able to get the freedom to let Kellen go, reassume play calling duties. Mm-hmm. And that was a Super Bowl winning head coach.
Yeah.
We're talking about Schottenheimer,
Unproven.
Brian Schottenheimer, completely unproven, got ran out of Seattle as the offensive coordinator because they didn't run the ball as much as Pete Carroll wanted him to.
Yeah.
Wasn't calling plays last year because it was McCarthy trying to save his job.
Yeah.
And it's not like Schottenheimer has had a whole lot of job offers for any of these positions.
So you're sitting here thinking that, like, while I'm saying he's tanking, yeah, I think you are tanking for a quarterback, even if you got to sit him a year, or you sit there and trade your first-round pick for a future first-round pick to, like, Carolina or something like that, who's just, like, over Bryce Young.
Who's the last team you would say?
The Jets are going to be on the hunt for a quarterback. Justin Fields ain't it.
But when Vegas still lists you as a 7.5 over/under, that shows you're not tanking. If you're talking about actual tanking, you got to have an over/under expected win total of 4 or less. I mean, that shows they are still close enough to smell the playoffs.
The Cowboys were going to be under.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah, I mean, 7.5 feels like easy money. It feels 7 and 10. I think would be a blessing. The way this preseason is looking.
I love someone at the draft or thing, and he's like, "Oh, you don't know the third string? I thought you third string on the Cowboys or something. I thought you did a sports show." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't study up for the Cowboys one bit. I let the host do that."
Well, and here's the thing. This is the other complaint with preseason football now.
Yeah.
The third string guy is all you're going to see for these 3 games, and then he's not even going to make the roster. It's like they're
Ben is going to be in the bottle right after preseason.
It's so uninspiring. And to show you, if you needed a reminder of how absurd Cowboys football is at all times, as Jerry told us, it's a soap opera 365 days a year.
Yeah.
This video was from Saturday night. Cowboys it's preseason game, so you got to have some VIP season ticket holders on the sideline with the players so they can talk to CeeDee Lamb while he's getting run over by officials because he's not in uniform, or maybe you can show
street clothes still making plays.
Maybe you can show Trayvon Diggs your customized Cowboys jersey. And if you're lucky, maybe even get him to sign it. As one guy did. You got this, LG? We had...
maybe not.
See if you remember the tie-in here of why Trayvon would be signing a jersey, a customized number 7 Trayvon jersey. Look at what it says on the back there.
All right. Don't... These nuts!
That is a real clip from Saturday night.
Oh, buddy.
Where Trayvon Diggs is approached by a VIP season ticket holder fan wearing a customized Cowboy number 7 jersey that says D's nuts on the back. And you might be asking yourself, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
You might not remember.
I remember the soundbite.
Last year, as the season was already going tits up halfway through, not even halfway through, we had Trayvon confront a reporter because the reporter had basically put out that Trayvon had dodged a tackle, wasn't sticking his nose in there to make a tackle, which, not to defend Trayvon, there are a lot of times where you can say that about his play.
Yeah.
The specific example that the reporter used wasn't the best time to use it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, you just want to further the narrative talking about the...
You twisted the knife.
Well, he twisted it far enough to get this response from Trayvon.
Took from that? Out of that whole play, that's what you took from that? You don't know football. You can't do nothing that I do. You can't go out there and do nothing. Stay in your lane, buddy. Stop playing me, bro.
Just asking the question, Trayvon. I mean, I'm happy to have you answer the question.
Out of that whole play, that's what you took for that? That's what you got from that whole play, that's what you got from that?
I'm asking you. We can talk about it more. What were you doing?
Yeah.
Talk about these.
I love the pretentious of that guy. He's like, I'm happy to talk to you more about it.
Again, as Dylan Gabriel said, I'm a competitor, you're an entertainer.
Yeah.
That guy is an entertainer. Even furthering the point, the next day, Trayvon brought him a container of salted peanut.
Salty.
Salted nuts. Yeah. That's cowboy football in a nutshell, where our guys that probably aren't even going to be healthy for the season opener up in Philly are signing D's Nuts jerseys on the sideline of preseason game number 2. So, yeah, 7.5.
What's up with these guys? Like, honestly,
Give me that under.
the guys who wear that stupid big hat and all this other stuff. Like, I'm like, if you want attention, go be a man and go to the strip club and go pay the stripper to give you attention.
Yeah.
Like, stop acting
That's a
like
lot
a
more
damn fool in public.
That's a lot more expensive than a giant foam finger or the giant foam hat.
But at least you get a lappy. You know what I'm saying?
You're probably getting more out of it.
Yeah.
Certainly, if you're a fan, if you're doing that for as a Cowboy super fan,
I was like,
you're
just
getting
go, I was
nothing in
I was
return.
like, go be a normal person and go pay a stripper to give you attention.
No. These guys. So the roommate and I have this running joke when you see, obviously when you see a dude all like chest painted at a college football game, it makes sense. Like
Gotta
you're
support the team.
a crazy college fan, right? When you see a guy that's like full kit costume at an NFL game, like that guy is like a banker. He's a president of a bank, or he's
Collecting disability checks.
I think even if you're collecting checks from the government, you don't have the money to sit where they sit, to have
You're
the full
robbing
costume,
banks.
to have you could be
You're
robbing
robbing
banks
banks.
like the Chiefaholic guy.
I bet those guys who seek that much attention out on a football field, like a football game.
We always just ask, what do you do? Excuse me, sir.
You're
What do
living
you
at
do?
home, collecting disability checks, or living off something. Your mama, your girl.
Oh, you sound like a Republican now.
Nah.
Like you're eating lobster on the government's dime, having fresh lobster
I didn't
rolls.
say you're eating nice, but I'm just saying
it's-
if you put that time and energy into anything else.
Yeah, but if you're sitting
You
front
might be-
row at an NFL game, that's the equivalent of eating lobster
Yeah,
for
sure.
dinner. Like that's a lot of money.
It's
That's
like,
what I'm
it's like
saying.
no offense, like Spurs Jesus. Some of y'all might like him and stuff. I think he made us lose 2013. I have my story.
As an individual raised strongly associated and within the
Catholic,
the church,
the church.
I find it incredibly blasphemous.
Yeah.
Man of
That's just
faith.
me personally.
But
Because I am
people
a man
buying
of faith.
front row like courtside tickets just for him to sit next to him, and I'm just like,
It's a good gig if you can get it.
he lives at home with his mom. Dude.
Yeah, again, I've seen him in action at events, and it's.
Oh, he's taking pictures.
Yeah.
He's taking pictures. He's getting all the attention he wants.
Yeah, again,
You
I
know?
think even no offense to Spurs Jesus, but this is going to be offensive to Spurs Jesus. Comparing Spurs Jesus to a guy that's sitting front row
At
at
the game.
9 NFL games every
Yeah.
year, those two are not. We are not the same.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm a Martian.
Yeah,
We're-
you are not. You need to step your game up, Spurs Jesus. Paint your
and then
face.
before we get into the main segment, just cut Mozzie. Just cut bait. We got to move on. Sign Christian Wilkins. Let him gooch grab half the defensive line. I don't care. We got to have something better. The Cowboys are.
Let him kiss you on the forehead. Just let Wilkins be Wilkins.
They're the equivalent of like they have these great edge between Micah and the group that they've put together, but they have nothing
It's
interior.
kind of the Niner problem.
It is so bad.
Once we got rid of old buddy to
Except for Odigizua.
but
he's,
like we drafted like what 3 DLs, like defensive like linemen, not defensive edges, but linemen,
interior guys.
Yeah, interior guys. But like they're all banged up. Once again, the story of the Niners: multiple injuries. I have a stat for you, but I won't give it to you today.
Save it. let's get into the main segment. I've got
Yes,
a
sir.
Niners stat for you in the lightning round, but before we get there, I thought we're obviously not done with the Project Marvel story because until it's open to the public in 2032, we're not going to be fully done
That's
with
not
this.
2032. That's their projected timeline.
Yeah, it's 2025 now. Yeah, because they're
7 years.
so let's talk about it. So the
I
Spurs.
thought it was like a 4 or 5 year.
No, they.
That's for the stadium, right?
As of actually the process of building everything.
Yeah, but everything's not going to be done till 2032.
Right. And the
Okay.
Spurs have said they're going to honor their lease with the county for Frost. For where they currently are, where they have been. But the update comes in the form of yesterday. The first person, I don't know who technically, this is where your journalist as competitors comes into play.
Yeah.
I don't know who technically had it first yesterday.
I thought I heard it Friday.
So Friday, Don Harris put out that they are really close, that they are really, really close, and they expect to have it done over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then it was Sunday. I saw him put out Sunday evening or kind of early afternoon. Deal done. This was 2:46 technically Sunday yesterday. Deal done. After continuing to work through the weekend, the Spurs and the city have finalized the term sheet for a new downtown arena. The two sides came to an agreement on Friday, like you said, and have hammered out all the details over the past couple days. Eric Walsh will update the city council this week with the hopes of bringing it to a vote on the 27th, which would have been a week from this Wednesday.
Okay.
Would have been next Wednesday.
Which is going to pass.
You would think the way it's
Yeah,
already...
It's already 7-3.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't think anything's going to detour those first 7. And I'm not saying it could have been 2 local podcast sports guys talking that got this deal moving in the right direction. But
Who was it?
I'm not saying it not.
Was it
It was us.
was it Joe and
was us.
Jimenez?
It was us.
Jimenez?
It was me and you.
Oh,
It was me and you.
Was it Mike and Rudy? Who was it?
It was us.
Was it Bartlett and
Really getting into
Uncle
the
Andy?
getting down in the details. We were really getting down in the details.
Minix and
not just-
Reinagel?
Yeah. Oh, no.
The morning guy and Rob?
It was the Puma and Captain. Man.
Oh, okay.
You know, I heard someone whispering that out there. I don't know what they said, but I heard they've been saying.
Well, don't get to. I actually reside in a district where the city councilman is still one of those 3 that is not. It's and I think I said this last week where
Let's have him on the podcast. Go knock on his door.
I should see if Jalen. I talked to. One of the nice things about having
Yeah.
a city council member that I actually do feel is a direct representation of my interest.
Yeah.
I see him at a lot of the same restaurants and bars in the neighborhood, which tells me it's like, okay, we got a lot, there's a lot in common. I said this last week.
I
This
used
is
to
where,
see a woman congressman all the time that was like in the north side, and she got arrested for a DWI.
yeah, I was about to say, we got her through a open records request. We got the footage of her getting booked. No, I said it last week. This is where a self-acknowledged blind spot when it comes to my more progressive, social, liberal leanings.
On certain subjects.
When sports are involved, no, I want that new stadium, and I
Yeah.
want it, and I want it now. I want it pretty quick. And I understand. I do think, all jokes aside, you and I had some good conversations about it, because what the mayor was initially asking for, it's not absurd or unheard of, or asking for the moon when it's not
We're not
available.
going totally far lefty,
Exactly.
crazy, being like the billionaires just buy it themselves.
Now,
And that's not how it works.
the problem that I think also,
because the city still owns the land. You know what I'm saying?
and I think the problem that we also accurately talked about is you can ask for the things she was asking for while also expressing foundational support for the project and excitement. And part of your job in a city manager, city council structure, council manager structure,
Yeah.
the mayor is the mouthpiece. The mayor is the mascot for the city. The mayor has very little power outside of being a figurehead for our city. And choosing to be a figurehead that is not as enthusiastically and openly, transparently for the project was certainly a choice.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we were talking about, where I think she's right to ask for a lot of what she was asking about and asking for.
Yeah.
But I think she was wrong for not expressing.
The city needs this. We love our Spurs.
The reason I'm asking these questions is because I want this project to succeed so effing much that I want to make sure we do everything we can perfectly to make sure that this is the home of the Spurs in perpetuity.
Because construction is...
We weren't getting that at all.
The king of, this is going to cost us more, and politicians playing with contract jobs to which person's going to bid. I got a buddy that works in AV equipment that like basically does all the colleges and like schools, and he literally worked for 3 months on a Judson bid, and his competitor all of a sudden the last week swooped in and got it because all of a sudden they voted for him, and he was like, well, someone definitely got paid off on that Judson council. You know?
Oh, no question. Yeah. That's exactly
so
how
it was a dirty bribe politics type of move and stuff like that. And he was going to go speak out on it.
You could just describe that as politics.
Business as usual.
Business as usual, right.
Exactly. So it's, that like to get that stuff firmed out and get them to, if there's any overpage, it's on their dime and not on us as taxpayers or our city budget, which is our money once again to make our city good and go to the,
we just want to make our city good.
Yeah, we just gonna have this good.
So
I gotta get a nut.
Don, well, what about my nut? Don report that was 2:46 Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
8:35 Sunday evening. Don is now reporting. It appears that the mayor will again attempt to block/delay the approval of the term sheet negotiated with the Spurs, and the agenda for this Thursday's city council meeting was updated. So now we have agenda item number 4 on the agenda, and that will be where the council will consider a resolution to not consider the term sheet until there has been a separate economic impact study, which was what she was wanting, that wasn't involved with an organization that owns a 20% stake in the Spurs.
Yeah.
So basically, and
an
also
independent arbitrator type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, she wants each city council member to mandate that they host 2 public forums within their districts to have citizens come and give comments. So again, you're losing the vote though. And you know that they just came to this agreement that afternoon to finalize of what's being proposed. You knew they were going to propose it for the August 27th meeting. So how do you view it as anything but a delay tactic or ploy to try to push
Did she give a reason this time, or is she waiting for the meeting?
She did a press conference this afternoon where she actually spoke in front of cameras. We're going to play one of the clips here in a second.
Okay.
One of the reasons she gave is also, I think, like comparing apples to oranges in a way, where she talked about promises broken on the east side of all of the development that was promised, was expected through the economic impact reports that were done back then.
Yeah.
And we all know have not come to be anywhere close to what was told to expect.
Yeah,
right.
promised when the first Spurs, when the
But
AT&T
comparing
Center was built.
This doesn't feel like it should be a really hard thing to understand or see, which is why I think it's a bit disingenuous on her part to make the argument. Comparing building a new arena at the location they did on the inner east side versus comparing building an arena
to an already developed near the Pearl downtown.
It literally connects downtown tourist with downtown Southtown with downtown
Pearl.
Like,
it's all there.
It's
downtown,
a very,
Riverwalk.
You don't have to really close your eyes and think long to see the development that fills in
because
to
the east
that
side
area.
over there was extremely poor. Do you remember where
It was a Coca-Cola bottling plant.
Yeah, do you remember where
as a neighbor?
Where the original spot was?
No, educate me.
Where the SAFC was, right there on Thousand Oaks and 35.
Wait, that was an original proposed location for the stadium?
It was either the east side or that location. Because they got a rundown plant right there. Just imagine
because they got the cheapest property, and I think that shows you the difference in the processes. That they were going cheap. Yeah, clearly, if those are the options, they were going cheap, but they needed something new. Couldn't stay in the Alamo Dome. What they're trying to build in the heart of downtown
is not cheap.
It's not cheap, and it's also not. It's built for the long run, intentionally designed to be a hub.
Yeah, get the Alamo Dome back up. Hopefully get maybe a sports team in there. Like we always gunning for New Orleans. I don't see them getting a new stadium anytime soon. New Orleans Saints. You know, if we can get the Alamo Dome up to par, we can make some, we can hopefully, because we are the 7th largest city.
Yeah, don't hold your breath on that, though. Still.
I mean, if Florida can have 3 teams, we can have 3 teams.
I mean, Cleveland has 3 teams.
Yeah.
How many? Cincinnati has.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, 3 teams as a state.
I guess Cincinnati.
I mean, 3 teams as a state for football.
The NFL.
Yeah. So, like, and then we could have that also. We draw in the Austin crowd and stuff like that. But, like, everybody's afraid of Jared's not going to like that one because San Antonio's cowboy country.
Yeah.
But
I
don't see UTSA. They need their own stadium by their own.
Well, the NFL doesn't want San Antonio because there's no money in San Antonio. That's literally like that's why we need buildings like big builds like Project Marvel to potentially bring more money in. Which, again, honest arguments to be made of what the actual impact of it. Yeah. But so the mayor puts that surprise resolution on the agenda late Sunday night. This morning, the council majority, who are the ones that are going to end up voting for it anyway, also some of the ones that have already said, I'll support whatever it is because it's the Spurs. That's not good politics either. Like that's not good representation.
But they know the town.
Of course, exactly. It's good politics in that sense. It's not good
that like, hey, don't get bent over the barrel.
Yeah. But the council majority added the stadium vote. It's now agenda item number 5 for Thursdays. So they wanted to do it August 27th. They're now doing it August 21st. So the mayor gets her vote on agenda item number 4. Yeah. They'll open it up, discuss, do that vote. Yeah. It's probably going to fail. Yeah. She knows that. The council member, Jalen, my city council member, knows that. They know unless they can convince, 4 of the other city council members to change their vote, they're going to lose that vote. And then immediately after that, agenda item number 5 is going to be the rest of them saying, okay, sorry, you lost that vote. Now let's vote to approve this term sheet
I wish there'd
that
just
we
be like
that our city manager finalized with the Spurs.
Did they screw up the deal with the East Side when they built the AT&T Center? Yeah, absolutely, man. They were trying to build the stadium fast because they knew they had to keep Tim Duncan. And that's the main thing that he kind of wanted was like, I don't want to play in a football stadium anymore. You know, I want a legit Spurs stadium, and to revitalize it, like I said, they're going up to where SAFC was or on the east side. They're going cheap. They're not looking for a long-term thing. And, I mean, when this town's winning championships, this town's buzzing, you know? Everybody's walking a little bit straighter. Everybody's a little more friendlier, you know? And we get a little bit more tourism. So
And we get free coffee the day after playoff win.
I
or
know.
Used to at
Thanks,
least.
Valero.
Yeah, we're gonna play a clip from the mayor before we move on to the lightning round because, again,
I just want to know what she'll compromise on, because here's the thing is, if you're not going to win, what can you get?
right. And to her credit, this afternoon was the first time I can remember, like, from actively being on the campaign trail talking about how this is a bad idea, and if you elect me, it is my priority to find ways to spend that money that I believe is going to help the community more than a new downtown arena. That was her platform on the campaign trail versus all the delay tactics we have seen, some in really good faith that I agree with, others where you're clearly just trying to score political points from your progressive low voter turnout that put you in office. But finally this afternoon, LG, we finally heard the mayor clearly, succinctly say, I want this project to work.
There we go.
Let me say it again. I want a deal with the Spurs. I want a deal with the Spurs. My concern, based on the feedback that I have received, is that Spurs fans are so disenfranchised. How these negotiations have gone up until this point has left such a bad taste in their mouth. Spurs fans are saying, on principle, I love the Spurs, but on principle, I will vote against this in November if something doesn't change. So I think we owe the people and this independent economic impact study and the community engagement, I think that actually will help us bring people along and have the confidence that they need to vote in November. I'm concerned.
See, that's it.
Let me
So
say it again.
that's where she finally, we hear it straight from her.
Yeah.
I want this project to work with the Spurs. Let me repeat that. I want this to work with the Spurs. And that is great. And then you hear her say the community comments, community engagement, and the independent economic, that's what she's pushing for. So she's trying to pitch her idea to get council support. But my question is, maybe I'm insulated and I'm not hearing the same conversation. But I think between the three of us that live in three different parts of town, talking to three different groups of San Antonians daily in our specific neighborhoods and our burgs, I haven't come across a whole lot of people that are defiantly against.
I think she's talking mostly to the east side people.
And that's,
I mean, I get it. And
completely.
there can be so many other things.
But they're making it sound like it's the majority of the city when unless they have internal polling numbers that are showing them that. I don't know. I don't get that feeling.
Everybody on the north side wants this because it didn't affect us. Everybody on the west side wants this. It didn't affect them. On the east side downtown, it affected them. And I can see why they are so against it and how they got.
And the Trinity educated progressive liberals that elected her are against it.
And see that the fact that.
But that's not a majority of the
Nothing
city.
changed down there. You know, you didn't get, but like they can do business grants, like a lot of Section 8 housing areas, like just to get it, like their councilman can be like, they allocate business grants to be like, hey, we'll give you $60,000 to help start up your business if you do it in this section of the city, and they can revitalize it by doing that. But it also is going to take money to clean up and stuff like that. And I mean, like if they wouldn't like invest some type of money and be like, yes, or just be accountable and be like, look. The people that said they did that effed us over too, you know. Yeah, we are not working with the same people anymore.
Yeah, we lost out on that agreement too.
Yeah, exactly. So if we're accountable, and we're gonna make sure these people live up to their end of the bargains and stuff like that. There's nothing we can do much with the East Side except still try to give them like help where they can, allocate housing, make sure like crime rates, the police actually enforcing stuff out there, startup. I mean, you can say what you want about HOAs, man. Nicer your neighborhood looks, the better value it goes. It all starts.
Yeah, HOAs aren't the answer.
Yeah, no, they're not. But like, I'm just,
you're grasping it. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I will say, so part of some of the furthering in negotiation, some of the consternation in negotiations that she injected. I think she could argue, look, the agreement we had 2 weeks ago only included $50 million in the Spurs community benefits program, that their agreement that we'll donate $50 million to social welfare community projects. Yeah. Well, now that number's 75. So if she wants to say, look, I got $25 million more dollars from the Spurs that will go directly to community benefits programs. Like
and
that.
She said, what was it, 200 million is 10% of the budget. Just be like, look, I got 3% of a yearly budget out of this. The math.
Frame it. Yeah.
You got to frame it like this and be like, look, I'm getting what I can, and that's going to go straight to the people that got disenfranchised on the first one.
See, I'm still waiting to hear, because we talked about, we'll move on to the lightning round after this. We talked about some of the ways it was being framed last week by people that are in blind support of it, no offense, like Don Harris, who's working as a mouthpiece for the Spurs, versus the mayor, who seemingly had not on record openly expressed support for it until we heard that today. If she did before, I missed it.
We couldn't be I'm not saying it's us, but like we weren't the only ones to tell her like, it's like you need to start putting a positive spin saying you want this, because that whole thing when she didn't say one time, I want this, was not noticed just by us.
No. And that's why I think she has plenty of out of town, high money, political consultants that are probably telling her some of that same line. But we talked about it last week, where this is where I was struggling to wrap my head around it. If the money is not coming from San Antonio residents, because
it's a hotel tax.
It's a hotel tax. It's not a property or a sales tax increase. It's not coming directly from the city's general fund, because it's the state's stadium and convention center program that the money's coming from there. So how does saying no to this actually help the less wealthy of the lower income citizens of saying, how does saying no to this help? And that was the thing I was struggling so hard to come up with, of like, it's not an either or, and you're making it sound like this money is coming from the county through tourism tax increases and through a state program.
And guess what that's going to do?
To the city.
Give us a bigger city budget.
Yeah. So that was where I was struggling to understand, because it felt like it was being framed as if we do this, then we can't do any of these progressive ideas I have. And I'm like, I support a lot of those. And I don't like to see it framed like that, because then again, as I mentioned, the blind spot that sports create, I'm on both sides of this. I support a lot of the progressive social programs you're wanting to roll out. I love my tax dollars going to that. I also want you to be doing everything you can possible to give my sports team
let's walk and chew gum and not be like, we can't give the R's anything, and we can't give the R's we can't give the D's anything.
And part of being a top 10 city in America is being able to walk and chew gum.
Yeah.
And I think out of all of the conversation we heard from all the angles across our city, across our county, it felt like something a lot of people kept repeating is, well, we're a top 10 city, we should act like it. Okay, well, then we should be able to do both of these things
Yeah.
simultaneously. We should be able to
keep
walk.
that same energy when we're talking about some different stuff than the Spurs.
Exactly.
Once we go ahead with this, so
Exactly. Yeah. We'll see what happens Thursday. We'll be in the room Wednesday night. If anything has changed before then,
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be doing a main seggy about it Wednesday
Yeah.
because we'll see what the vote does on Thursday. All right, LG, let's get to the lightning round before we get out of here. So the Niners fun fact I had, I kind of think this is criminally low for the Niners. ESPN released their final preseason power rankings.
Yeah.
Dallas at 18th. Okay, sure. I mean, that feels about right. Somewhere in the middle, basically. They had the Niners at 15th.
Yeah.
Dead middle. Well, almost dead middle. But Chargers ahead of them. Buccaneers ahead of them.
Yep.
Texans ahead of them.
You know what they're
Broncos, Vikings ahead of them.
basing a lot of that stuff on? Our injuries.
Yeah.
It's killing our depth. And that whenever we did good is when we had incredible depth. And B, Brock Purdy is still getting undervalued.
Yeah, because
Dude,
he's
look
fine.
look at his throws.
He's
Like if
fine.
you evaluate him, I feel like Dan Orlovsky right now.
Yeah.
Like if you actually
I don't
look at
think
the top.
Dan has him as a top 10 quarterback.
Oh, he does.
I don't think so. I just
He
read
does.
those. I just read those.
Oh man, but nah, he is definitely. I mean, when he had there's so many question marks that are going to be answered, and the reason why they're not answered yet because it's preseason. That's the reason why we're at 15th. Is because what do we do with Brandon Ayuk? Now Brandon Ayuk's on track to maybe play week 1. He was out there running routes, catching balls, and then Pearsall's coming out as looking damn good. Hands, route running, everything's wide open all the time. Our weak spot is just like the Cowboys. We got great edge rushers, but that center, if our rookies step up and can stop the run up the middle, we got a chance to be a top 10, top 5 defense.
Yeah, the top 5 overall: Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Lions. Completely agree. Those are the 5 best teams on paper as we sit here right now. Commanders at 6. Are we sure the Commanders have deserved that much based off of 1 year, last year, where they won, what was it? They were 8-1 in 1-score games.
So
that's a fluke. That doesn't repeat itself.
They're shopping around Brian Robinson Jr.
Brian Robinson Jr. is getting shopped.
Because their rookie is looking crazy good.
Scary Terry McLaurin doesn't have a new...
Debo looked damn good.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels looked damn good.
Packers at 7th. Okay. Rams at 8th.
See the Packers. I don't see
Okay.
them.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
They got the Rams.
Bengals at 9. Bengals gave Hendrickson permission to seek a trade.
Bengals.
They have no defense. How are the Bengals top 10 in the power?
How are you calling them the Bengals? It's the Bengals.
It's the Bengals.
Bengals.
It's a Bengal tiger. It's a Bengal.
Bengal type. All right.
It's not Bengal.
All right.
It's a Bengali? Bengal tiger? Am I wrong here?
What do you got there, LG?
It's a Bengal tiger.
See?
Oh my God.
Thank you. As a cultured world traveler,
You nerds.
I will take that. Not to ever give your Niners more credit than they deserve. I thought 15 was. I thought you would be in agreement, but it sounds like I'm more upset about that ranking than you are.
Just because I'm
it
so
doesn't
used.
matter.
I'm
It's a
so
power
used.
ranking.
No, I'm
Who
so
gives a
used
flip?
to every year, even when we got CMC, when we had the number 1 offense and he won Offensive Player of the Year, and Purdy was 4th in MVP voting. We were still not the best one in our division ranked. The Rams still were.
Yeah, I kind of forget
we are
about.
always the underdog. They're always going to doubt us because Brock Purdy's a game manager. He doesn't play that good. Ayuk and all that stuff. All that kind of crap. We're so used to it, but hit me, LG. As I say that, this is the reason why we keep getting labeled all these, let me give you the stats on the Niners of the injuries that we occurred since 2018. We were number 4 in most injured. 2019, number 6 most injured, went to the Super Bowl, lost 13-3. 2020, number 1 most injured. 21, third most injured. 22, ninth most injured. Lost an NFC Championship game. That was Brock Purdy's. Like when we didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
2023, 29th most injured. Still ended up going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, so you actually had good health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ended up going to the Super Bowl. And 2024, the first most injured. We got to stop getting injured, man.
How many? What was it? What was the record last year? Was it 6 or 7?
Yeah, we only won 6 games.
6.
Yeah. 6-11.
What was the Cowboys' record last year?
I don't know. Higher because you were a higher draft pick than us.
I think it was exactly the same, was it not? Oh no, it was. It was 7-10.
Yeah, because y'all won the last game and we lost the last game.
That's right.
And I was like, we're ahead of y'all in the draft.
That's right. That's right. Hit me, LG.
The Rolling Thunder.
I knew we would. That's a hydrogen bomb. I knew we would find a good use for that. How about some local news? We got the dates of Worst Fest announced.
Oh.
Always look forward. I've been a connoisseur of Worst Fest since.
Never been.
Oh,
The Germans.
we need to rectify that situation. You
Man,
look like
just walking around, drinking beer, just in the heat. Just
knock back a couple poppers and then go suck down some
Once again,
bratwurst.
you don't know what a popper is. I'm not loosening my butthole, bro.
I'm talking about. You look like you love cream cheese. What are we talking about? You can throw fireworks at people's feet. No,
No
Worst
diddy.
Fest.
No diddy.
November 7th through 16th. Also have our local Spirit Halloween stores opening up this week as
buddy.
well. Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
And then last bit of local news. Tell me, I understand there's probably a lot more details here that we don't know, but last night there was a man, West Hildebrand, over like Hildebrand, I-10 area over there.
Yeah.
There was a food truck, 29-year-old man, allegedly tried to steal the tip jar, was prevented from succeeding, runs away, right? So the 37-year-old employee who stopped him the first time from stealing the tip jar ends up seeing the same guy walking back on the other side of the street an hour later. So he goes over and confronts him, at which point we have no idea how it happened. It's just he said versus he said. But food truck employees straight open fire.
It's murder.
Not yet.
Don't mess with those food truck
It's not murder.
employees,
Oh, dude, God, no.
God.
It's not murder yet. I think the guy's going to survive, but he put a couple in him and was arrested. The exact charge was aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. So,
They get a food truck employee?
yes, that's what I'm saying.
buddy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there'd have to be tape on that one. I would have been like, yo, he came at me again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, or I went over there to confront him, and he charged, and I defended myself. Yeah,
He's a
this
thief.
guy is a documented thief. I thought it's always unfortunate when
Probably got a rap sheet.
the guy. That's why I'm saying there's probably more details that we have yet to learn, but. Pour one out for the 37-year-old employee of the food truck who was just trying to protect his. And they probably people
Trying
aren't
to
tipping.
feed his family, man.
People aren't tipping anymore because they're tired of tip culture. It probably wasn't even that much money, or at least not as much as it used to be.
Hit me, LG. Once again, our AI overlords still are out there killing us.
Well,
A senior, 76-year-old, died while trying to meet an AI chatbot, Big Sis Billy, which he thought was a real woman
and you're
living.
giving us drop gold tonight, Big Sis Billy.
Yeah, which he thought was a real woman living in NYC.
How do you look? This is when it comes to
They're starting
chat,
to weed us out.
When it comes
They're starting
to
to weed
AI,
us out, bro.
how do you legislate against stupid? Like, if you're so stupid you can't realize it's AI. What are we going to do to prevent that besides just a culling of the ignorant?
You know, at one time, one would thought, hey, if I had a car pull up with nobody in it, will I get into it and let it drive me around at 70 miles an hour? No, that would be stupid.
Insane. Yeah.
So, you know, like LG wants a fleet of Teslas so he can be a taxi driver.
I've been seeing some more of those. What is it? LG Waymo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing more of the self-driving Waymos scouting out the streets over here. They're coming. It's only a matter of time.
And if I owned a fleet of Teslas, it would be the exact opposite of being a taxi driver. I would be
a taxi driver
watching the cars drive themselves, so I wouldn't be driving them. I'd just be collecting money. That's it.
He would be like he'd be like the dude Nico's cousin from GTA 4, running the taxi
I'd
business.
be like Danny DeVito in The Cage, just counting the money. Just counting the money.
So I wonder what the charge on Big Sis Billy's gonna get. But.
Yeah, we're on the edge of our seats, waiting to hear. All right, hit me, LG. Let's get out of here. We're going late. We're gonna end with this, where I have stated multiple times over the last few years in various conversations where we are officially the silliest country on earth. Like, we have hit we are speeding towards full idiocracy, Gatorade watering the crops territory. We are beyond.
It's got electrolytes, bro. Come on.
I mean, Hulkster at political conventions, Kid Rock in the White House. The Beyonce at rally, like.
Did you see who's going to be our Surgeon
but
General?
But not also. Is it officially the mean sister?
Yeah.
No. Well, the Maha influencers that have given people are drinking raw milk. Like, I grew up with raw. It's awful.
Get some salmonella.
Terrible.
Get some salmonella with your GI problem.
The guy who owned the house in Stephenville, Texas that I lived in, his little brother still lived on the farm and did all of they ran a dairy farm.
It was straight Napoleon Dynamite.
Dude,
this is a little bit touching more grass and iron.
I say all of that because there are still solid reminders that pop up every now and then that actually let me know we are truly nowhere close to being at our final stage of silliness.
No.
Because we do not yet have a shopping cart return championship.
Dude, it's the best.
Yeah, you sent me this.
I'm sitting there betting on this.
You sent me the clip. I had seen it circulating throughout the day and over the weekend. LG claims this is a old clip.
Yeah, like of course he was like, I saw this a week ago.
Yeah, LG is the king of.
Oh, she gonna get it. She gonna get it. Oh, that's perfect. She got her gloves on and everything. She means business. Oh, now we got the hot German grandma. I love there's an age limit to this. Oh, she got it all done up for this.
Dankeschön.
Oh. Mind games.
Yeah, no,
mind games.
She is a cold assassin.
Oh. Pull back. She's going back. Ready for the pull. And there we go.
We need oh my God.
Only if I knew what she's saying.
We need a mystery science.
She pausing on the judge.
We need
this
like
old
a
man
mystery
with white
science theater 3000 for absurd crap like sports like this. If we shouldn't even call this sports, but
this is not even on the Ocho. This is on the Cinco.
Yeah, no, this is.
How do you even say a word in give me
German?
In German.
Wunderkind. I got nothing for you. Yeah, Dankeschön.
Yes, thank you.
That's about. Is it
Schnitzel?
There you go. Schnitzel.
Ich liebe dich.
9.
That means I love you. my mom was stationed in Germany.
Heil?
Prost.
Calm down.
I'm trying to think
Sir,
of German.
sir,
Calm down.
calm down.
Calm the
Sir, calm
Good
down.
Lord, LG, get us
Calm
get us
down,
out
sir.
of here. We've hit the portion where we're trying to come up with random German words. That means it is beyond time to go. Good God. If you want to reach out to me, you can find me on X at Biggest Puma, on Instagram, biggest.puma.
You can find me at the Captain's Chair 210 on Instagram, and hit me on my email for fantasy football. 6 spots available.
Yeah, we need to get those
Get
spots
those
filled
in.
up.
Yeah, that the Capitan210 at gmail.com. TheCapitan 210 at gmail.com.
Did you get that? Hopefully you did. If not, rewind it, hear it again. You can also email me, thebiggestpuma at gmail.com. LG, when's the next stream?
Sometime this week.
Sometime this week.
Sometime.
We'll be looking for LG stream sometime this week. We'll be back Wednesday. Till then, y'all be good. Peace.
See ya.
Goodbye. Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only